It's been 9 months to the day since Arkadelphia last played at Badger Stadium, but at long last, it's time to come home. Good evening and welcome to Badger Football on Arkadelphia Badger TV. I'm Chase Hartzell and I'll be your color analyst for the evening. Our crew returns all 5 starters from last season, including Director Chris Babb, Stat Specialist Jim Rothwell, Cameraman Coleman Callan, and Play-by-Play Man Dr. Jeff Root. Fans are still making their way up Badger Lane towards All Care Field for tonight's season opener between the Camden-Fairview Cardinals and the Arkadelphia Badgers. It's not just football season heating up here in the Delph. The city has spent much of the week under a heat advisory, with predictions showing the temperature at 93 degrees for tonight's 8 o'clock kickoff. That won't stop either fan base from showing up and supporting their team, though. This matchup has turned into a bit of a tradition for both programs, with this being the 4th consecutive season that the two squads have met on opening night. The Badgers have taken 2 of 3 games in that span, including a 41-21 victory in Camden a season ago. The last time these two teams met in Arkadelphia, it was the Cardinals who proved victorious in a 41-21 win in the 2021 opener. The road team has proven victorious in all 3 matchups. Arkadelphia will look to snap that streak tonight as it seeks a 6th consecutive win over 5A South opponents. We've got a great night of football action coming up, starting with the Southern Bancorp pregame show in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Arkadelphia Badger TV will be back after this timeout.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Welcome to the first Trey Shucker interview sponsored by Austin Wingfield State Farm this season again. Visit Austin Wingfield State Farm at 620 Pine Street in Arkadelphia next week or give them a call at 870-246-2162. You're watching the Southern Bancorp pregame show. Thanks to Austin Wingfield State Farm for sponsoring this interview with Coach Shucker. And, Coach, glad we're here again. It's the beginning of football season, although it feels like middle of summer or whatever it feels like. I walked in the office this morning to Jeff Root's office and said, Jeff, it's game day. And he's like, yeah, does it really feel like it's game day? And I think it's a lot of times once you get into that game mode, for us as broadcasters, it's today and tonight. But as a coaching staff, what's it like? You get ready for the first game, but it's the first week of practice leading up to the game. Mm-hmm. You've had a very different week of practice because you've been going early in the morning to avoid the heat. So is there a sense of, hey, it's football season, you guys had the scrimmage and all that, but and then you'll just kind of hop in the routine like normal, but it starts tonight with this season opener against Camden-Fairview.
Yeah, I mean, first off, it's just great to be back in the middle, start the season. As coaches, we look forward to this moment all year. We spend all year working on it. All off season, it started in January, gearing towards this moment. So, it does feel like football season because we've been looking forward to this moment for so long, and it's now it's finally here, and we're excited. So our team's ready, and we're ready to get it going. But we've done a really good job of adjusting practice. Our kids have done a really good job of handling it. We practiced this week from 6:30 to about 7:30, 7:35. before school. And so it was our kids did a really good job of getting here and bringing energy and really focused on preparing for Friday today, and doing what they need to do to get ready, really.
And to bring their energy at 5:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
not always the easiest to do. Let's talk about that a little bit. Game prep, game week. As we talk, the fans at home will be seeing some of our highlights from the scrimmage against Lake Hamilton. But talk about this week of preparation and maybe through the entire offseason.
Yeah. So we, really, what it came down to is we had two options on what we can do with practice. Given the temperatures of the week, we would not be able to practice on the game field at the regular time. So our two options were either go before school, or we could let the kids go home at the bell, bring them back later in the evening when the temperatures cooled off and allowed us to practice. And as a staff, we just sat down and said, hey, we think the best option is going to be before school. Just a mixture of reasons. It's the coolest time of the day, so it's the safest time to be outside. Second of all, it gave us an opportunity to practice and then analyze it, and then really when we get the kids in the afternoon during the athletic period, the last period of the day, we're able to make corrections the same day instead of waiting the next day to make corrections, and when other things are happening. And so it was really beneficial. On top of that, made sure the kids were at class.
Right, no doubt, no doubt. Let's talk about this team. This coming off of a semifinal appearance in 2022. Each team has its own identity. Obviously, each team loses players from the previous year, adds news, has to have new players step into new roles.
Sure. As
you look at that just from a big picture view, what have you seen in players that have had to step up into roles that were vacated by seniors?
I think the biggest effect on that would be on the offensive side. On defense, you see a lot of familiar faces and names, but we returned probably about nine major contributors from last year's defense. So defense is going to look very, very similar to what it did last year. There's going to be adjustments. We've moved some pieces around. We moved Caden Brown from defensive end to Mike linebacker. We wanted to add some weight there, and we bumped Chase Vandenborg out of the box. He plays outside linebacker for us. We've got some sophomores that have been able to step up and play some. In Q Morris, we've also got – he plays outside linebacker. We've also got Whit Alderson. He's playing some defensive end for us and doing a really good job. Last year as a ninth grader, he was our middle linebacker on our ninth grade team. But just given how he's developed in the offseason, we've put him at the defensive end spot, and he's really taken it over. And then the secondary, the back end is very similar to what it was last year. We didn't lose anybody in the secondary. And so, we've got Nick Williams. He's going to be a 3-year starter for us, this year. Lamont Jones, Kelber Middleton is going to be a 2-year starter for us at corner. And then we've got Michael Brownlee, who was also, he started for us last year as a sophomore. Back end of it looks very, very similar.
And on your coaching staff, Coach, the three defensive coaches, Coach Chris Kaiser, Bobby Evans, Ben Chandler, Coach Kaiser, the defensive coordinator. You also bring all three of those back as well on the defense side, so there's some continuity, not only among personnel but also scheme.
Absolutely. This is the first year that we've not had to hire a new high school assistant coach, and so, or any coach in our football program for that matter. So that means a lot as well. Just continuity, like you said. The kids know the expectation. They're not having to learn a new coach and learn how a new coach coaches them. So that's big for our defense as well. So we're excited about that. When we flip over in the offense is where we've had the most new additions. So pretty much how it ended, we graduated quite a few on the offense line from last year. We lost one due to injury in the offseason. And so we've got to replace all 5 of our offensive line. We're going to have 2 sophomores that are getting major minutes tonight on the offensive line, and they're ready. At the end of the day, they're still a sophomore, and there's a lot of progress to be made, and game experience is huge, and that's what we don't have a lot of on the front line. So we've got high expectations for them, obviously. But we also understand that there's a lot of growth that's going to happen
Right.
throughout the season. So,
And I would say, even on the flip side of that, you do have a new line, but last year you almost had a new line experience-wise as well. There were a lot of seniors, but they were seniors who were playing in their, first full season of starting action.
Yes.
So the positive side of that is that those guys came along. I would expect that you think these guys have the ability to do that as well.
absolutely. It's not our first time to do it, just like you said. Last year we had pretty much a wholesale new front line as well. So that's where JV games come into play. Those JV games, especially early in the year, getting those guys in and developing them and getting those game reps. No, it's not Friday night reps, but it's game reps still, and it gives them experience. And our guys on the front line have got that. Obviously our sophomores don't, but 3 of the 5 really do. And so we feel really good about it. They've had a great off season. They've had a great summer. They've really done a great job at creating a tough physical mentality, and that's what we need up front.
When we come back after the break, we'll talk about the skill positions on offense and talk about tonight's game against the Camden-Fairview Cardinals. You're listening to the interview with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker, brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm. Give them a call at 870-246-2162. We'll be back with more with Coach Shucker on this after this timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football on the Southern Bancorp pregame show. We'll be back after this.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says Go Badgers.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show. Chris Babb here with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Each week, this interview brought to you by Austin Wingfield State Farm, located 620 Pine Street in near downtown Arkadelphia. Coach Shucker, before the break, you talked about the offensive line. Let's talk about some of the offensive skill positions. You have some new faces and some returning faces. Talk about some of the personnel that we see and the style of offense. Obviously, there's still going to be a lot of passing. It may be different. You had an adjustment 2 years ago. You have Jay-Sean Davis, a big running back, and then last year, able to go more heavier passing game. But this year you have 2 of those receivers coming back in Purefoy and Bailey, but also 2 running backs in D'Angelo Buckley and Kyle Reed. So really almost as an offensive coach, kind of whatever you want to do almost.
Yeah, and, that's just one thing. Every year you graduate a group of seniors and you get the most that you can out of them. And then every year after that is a new season. So every year it looks different. That's why off season is so important in developing our players. We take a lot of pride in how we develop our players. Getting our kids ready to be Friday night players. And on the offensive side of the ball, I think we've done a really good job of that. We graduate. We'll start with the quarterback position. We graduated Donovan Witten, one of the best in the state last year. Set a lot of records here at Arkadelphia at the quarterback position. And Cade McBride was a backup for him 2 years ago as a sophomore. Did a great job. Last year he's our starting outside linebacker for us, just a tough physical kid. And, if you think back to it, Donovan was a starting outside linebacker for us his sophomore year as well. So there's a lot of comparisons. Cade might not have the same arm that Donovan did, but he's got the same mentality. He's a tough kid. He's very coachable, and just a leader, very vocal, and he's not afraid. He can handle anything in the moment. So there's a lot of comparisons to be made on it in a lot of different ways, and we're excited about him being our quarterback this year. I think he can have a big year. And talk about the guys around him. It also helps that we returned both running backs from last year. D'Angelo Buckley and Kyle Reed are the main contributors there. A lot of good game experience. They've been in the situations. D'Angelo, he's been a part of 2 semifinal runs, and so he's ready for a big breakout senior year and ready to make that final push to War Memorial. And then Kyle had probably majority of the snaps last year, and really had a great sophomore campaign to start his high school career. Just really progressed as the season went on. He's dealt with some stuff. He'll be a game time decision tonight. But we've got a really good group of running backs. I really feel good about those guys and what we got in the backfield. At the receiver spot, we've got Evan Bailey. Evan Bailey again, he's been a part of 2 semifinal runs, and he's ready to have a big year. He's had his best offseason in summer. He's very mature compared to what we've seen in the past. Last year he had a really good season, but he's so much more mature than what he was even last year, and so he's really progressed to be in his senior role now. And then Jay Purifoy, he's a junior for us, got a lot of minutes as a sophomore last year, was a big playmaker. Last year as a sophomore, it seemed like every time he touched the ball, something big was happening, and really looking forward to that same type of deal with him this year. He's our playmaker. When he's got the ball, I hope you're paying attention because something good's going to happen. It's just, you saw it in the scrimmage last week with Lake Hamilton. I think he had like 195 yards receiving, and he's just electric. And then we've got out the other 2 positions. We've got quite a few guys rotating in. It'll be by committee for at least the first couple games until somebody really takes over that spot, and we feel good about all of them really right now, and we're just really looking forward to seeing how they handle the games and our non-conference schedule. We've got good non-conference opponents, and it's open at those roles. We've got a few guys. We've got a couple seniors at the inside spot: Tristan Smith, Noah Hurd. We use Nick Williams over. We pull him over from defense, and we use him on the inside receiver spot. We've also got Ryan Rogers, a junior for us. We move a lot of guys around at those inside positions, and just looking forward to seeing how they handle it tonight and moving forward the rest of the year. And then the outside position, we've got Maddox Atkins. He's been waiting patiently behind a couple of really good seniors the past couple of years, and he's done really well in JV games the last couple of years. He's developed into a Friday night player. He's somebody that we are confident in. He's somebody that can go get us yards and make a big catch when we need one. And he's comfortable in the offense. I've seen his confidence build over the spring and summer, and he's really done a great job to get to this point. And then we've got L.J. Brown, another senior who just hasn't been able to get the reps due to various reasons in the past. But he's ready as well. He's a 6'2", 180-pound wide receiver for us, can run. But he's just waiting for his opportunity to show what he can do and make plays. And then, we had a move in, Braden Wagner. He's a junior for us. His dad is a coach over at Henderson, and he's been a really good addition to our team as well. And he's done a really good job at learning our offense and learning our scheme and how to attack defenses our way. And I expect him to get better every week.
Coach, let's talk about the everything that comes with the first game. We've talked about the heat and the adjustment, but take all of those things out of consideration, even normal years. You got first game, adrenaline, everything that comes with the first game. Have you tried to prepare this week for game 1 and, just have your guys ready to go when kickoff happens here in a few minutes?
Really with the heat, and that's how it is always in the first couple games. The heat's always a factor, and conditioning plays a factor into it, but really it just comes down to just taking care of their bodies all week. I think we've done that. We've done a better job of that this week than probably we have in the past. We've pushed hydration. We've been handing out gallons of water throughout the week to quite a few of them, especially some that go both ways. And, it's really what it comes down to, because it'll be whoever wins the night will, it comes down to who can take care of the football and create some explosive plays and all that. But really, early season, it comes down to who can last the longest.
Right.
We've been really good at conditioning all summer. We've taken it serious, as we always do.
Right.
But we've done a few different things. We've taken them out to Lake DeGray, and we've ran the backside of the hill on the dike. We did some sand workouts, some sand sprint workouts. So we've kind of varied what we do. We've been out in it all summer. It's not anything new. But really just this week, I think we've done a better job at preparing our kids for the game today.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking your time out to visit with us, and each week we'll be here with Coach Shucker in the pregame show, and thank Austin Wingfield State Farm for bringing this interview to us each week. We'll be back with more of the Southern Bancorp Badger pregame show after this time out. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
And we welcome you back to All Care Field at Badger Stadium in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Great game on tap here tonight. Two teams who have combined for 41 victories over the past two seasons. And for the first time here in 2023, here come the Arkadelphia Badgers. Arkadelphia, fresh off a 7-4A conference title in 2022. The Camden-Fairview Cardinals had a title in the 5A South back in 2021. Each team has won at least 10 games in the last two seasons, and they will both be looking to get their season off to a strong start here tonight. This is Chase Hartzell, the color analyst for tonight's contest, and taking over on play-by-play duties. And joining us now, it is Dr. Jeff Root. Jeff, welcome back.
Chase Hartzell, we are looking forward to this season. Going to be a lot of fun, and here we are with another matchup of age-old rivals, no longer in the same conference. That hasn't been true in some time, and yet these two teams have played each other through the years. Not every year, of course, since they're not in the same category anymore in classification, but boy, they've played each other through the years many, many times. The rivalry back tonight, a good visiting crowd on the visitor side and a very good home crowd as well. The weather is cooling off just enough, Chase, that we're able to see the crowd come out. The sun is not going to be an issue. The temperature's cooling down. It's a good night for football, even though it's been awfully warm here in Arkadelphia and throughout the state.
It has been. We talked about it earlier on the Southern Bancorp pregame show. Temperatures constantly over 100 degrees this week. Heat advisory in the area, but things have cooled down relatively here tonight. Temperatures in the low 90s to open up the contest, but we should see that drop down into the 80s as the contest goes along.
Camden-Fairview won the toss, but elected to defer to the second half. So Arkadelphia will get the ball first, and that might work to Arkadelphia's advantage. New quarterback, of course, Chase, but an offense with some real veterans coming back too.
You look across that backfield, so many guys who have made an impact both last season and even in years past. D'Angelo Buckley, the senior, looking to have a great senior year. Here, Kyle Reed, after a breakout sophomore campaign, will also be at running back. Cade McBride returning to quarterback. After spending a year at exclusively linebacker, he's back at the quarterback position, not only playing that position, but starting there.
We are ready for the Price & Company kickoff. Fairview going to give it right to the Badgers. Deep to receive is Purifoy. High kick toward the sideline and out of bounds. Was not close to a Badger. He kicked it straight out of bounds.
And Arkadelphia going to have some great field position to open up the contest. Arkadelphia was at its strongest last year when the Badgers got that first score. They love to go right down the field and put up the first points of the night. They'll have the opportunity to do that right here, led by their new quarterback, although he has played the position in the past. This is his first time back at the position since being exclusively a linebacker in 2022. That, of course, is Cade McBride taking over for Donovan Witten.
Yeah, very good linebacker, now playing quarterback, and that should remind us of Donovan Witten himself, who played linebacker as a sophomore and quarterback his last 2 years. Now McBride back at the position. Looked very good in the scrimmage against Lake Hamilton, and the Badgers are going to line up far to the left side, top of the screen. That's Maddox Atkins, and also along with him, well, we'll go to the play now. That is Kyle Reed in the backfield. It's going to be a pass play on first down. They'll throw deep downfield, wide open receiver. That's Evan Bailey to the 30. He's hit to the 25, breaks the tackle to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Arkadelphia on the very first play from scrimmage.
Talk about an explosive play to open up the season. Evan Bailey with the 64-yard touchdown reception, the throw from Cade McBride for the first Farm Bureau touchdown of the year. Arkadelphia wanted that first score, and it only took them one play to get it.
What a beautiful pass from McBride, and Bailey was able to make a move near the line and then go into the open field by himself, wide open, but he broke a tackle to get the touchdown. Good play by Bailey after the catch. Arkadelphia ready for the extra point attempt. New kicker also, and that young man is Reese Campbell, checking in as the kicker. Looked good in the warm-ups today. Line drive shot. Let's see if it got through. It did. It's an extra point that is good for Arkadelphia, and the Badgers have 7. Fairview yet to receive the ball. We still have 11:47 left in the first quarter. Just underway, and it's 7-0 Arkadelphia. Chase, let's keep it right here and talk about the fact that this Fairview team, even though they just gave up a touchdown on their first play from scrimmage on defense, this is a team that everybody's expecting to be quite good in Class 5A.
Well, Hootens has them in the top 4 in their conference. That's going to put them in the playoffs. And this was a team that made a run all the way to the semifinals last year in 5A. Great squad that, although they're having some replacements at skills positions, you still see the size and speed that we commonly associate with the Cardinals out there this year. Some great guys looking to step up and make a difference right here from the get-go. But Arkadelphia drawing first blood in this opening contest.
This is one of the larger visiting crowds that we have seen, and that's a clue that the fans in Camden are expecting a big year from the Cardinals. We'll see what they can do tonight, trailing 7-0 after Arkadelphia scored on its first play on the first possession of the game. So only 13 seconds have slipped by in this ball game, and Arkadelphia leads at 7-0. Now getting ready to play some defense. What a good start for the Badgers. The defense has a number of starters coming back, and we expect it to be a very strong unit for the Badgers also. Arkadelphia, of course, went all the way to the semifinals, lost on a field goal, but still had a great year last year, expecting another very fine year. Line drive kickoff. It's deep, though, to the 10-yard line. Return right up the middle. He's to the 30 already. Breaks the tackle, and I think he's going to go. He's got it to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Great speed to the end zone, and this game is an extra point away from being tied up.
Matt Davis, the senior who splits time between the cornerback and wide receiver position, finds an opening right up the middle. Great blocks, and it was off to the races. Jeff, we talked about that speed. Matt Davis is one of those speedy Cardinals who, when you give him too much space, as he just proved, he can do some serious damage.
A 90-yard kickoff return. Caught the ball at the 10. Faked a handoff to the other deep back, and then went right up the middle. And you're right, Chase, some really fine blocking. He just sped right through the middle. Good, very good speed, of course, but it was well blocked as well. Extra point attempt. And this kick is blocked. Arkadelphia has blocked the extra point, and the Badgers still have a 1-point lead. It's going to be a very interesting game.
And that was Nick Williams. That was a sight that we saw a couple times last season. Nick Williams, so tough to contain there on the outside, able to sneak his way around and block the PAT to retain the Badgers' lead, though it is now down to just 1 point.
New kicker for Fairview. And he was just a little slow on the delivery, I thought, Chase, and it gave Nick Williams time to get in there and make the block.
And you can't give Nick Williams extra chances to get to the ball because he's going to find a way to get there. Again, we saw that in some crucial situations last year where he made big plays on the edge. No different here in 2023. Great play to open up the season, his senior campaign.
You know, we normally take a break after touchdowns, but it looks like we might have several tonight, so we'll take a break next time. We've got plenty of great sponsors. We're proud of them being associated with Badger football again and with our broadcast. And I tell you what an exciting start. Arkadelphia scored on its first play from scrimmage, and then the kickoff return for a touchdown by Fairview. But Arkadelphia did block the extra point. Nick Williams, I think he's going to be all-state, just an outstanding secondary player, and he blocked that kick. So Arkadelphia has a 7-6 lead, and we still have all of 11:33 left in the first quarter. Haven't even played 30 seconds yet in this game. It's 7-6.
And there's only been one play from the offensive line of scrimmage. Everything else has been all special teams.
Let's see where he wants to kick this one. It's high, it's short. This time it will land in the field of play, but it is stopped by a whistle. So there was a whistle before the ball came down, and that, I believe, is going to go against Fairview. Somebody got a little anxious. He didn't kick it straight out of bounds this time. It was a good high sky kick, forcing the Badgers to feel the ball, but somebody got down there a little too fast, and they'll try again from the 35-yard line. Key Badger in the formation right now is Maddox Atkins. He's number 4, as you see him at the bottom of your screen. They have been kicking the ball high and in his direction. Let's see if they try it again. He is a receiver. And it will go over his head this time and out of bounds. And that landed out of bounds. So Arkadelphia will have good field position.
Last time out, it only took one play to get to the end zone. It was a decoy on the screen route that allowed Evan Bailey to get upfield, snuck past the secondary, and it was off to the races. Bailey saw nothing but green grass ahead of him, and he had a touchdown to open up his senior campaign. And how about Cade McBride? First start as a quarterback, first throw, and it's a touchdown.
1 for 1, 65 yards, and a touchdown so far for Mr. McBride at quarterback. Now I think they're going to make him kick it again. They are sending the return team back out on the field for Arkadelphia. Not a bad idea. Back them up to the 30-yard line and see if you can get better position than just starting at your own 35, which is what they did last time. He is going to kick it from his 30. Arkadelphia looking for good field position, as this time Maddox Atkins is going to line up near midfield, hoping to receive a sky kick. Let's see what Fairview will do. Looks like he might kick it the other way. Might kick it to his right this time. And it is a very short kick, basically an onside kick, fielded by Arkadelphia, and they'll have great field position. Nice play. It was Reese Campbell, Arkadelphia's kicker. Of course, he plays other positions as well, and he was an up back, and that was in the air, but basically an onside kick. Arkadelphia first down and 10 at the 43-yard line of Camden-Fairview.
We'll see what the Badgers draw up here for their second play from scrimmage here in this one, looking for the same success that they had in their first.
Cade McBride is the quarterback. He's going to keep it right up the middle. He's got a hole. He'll pick up positive yardage up near the 35-yard line.
And that's one of the similarities between Cade McBride and Donovan Witten. Both started out their careers as linebackers, so they're not afraid to run right up the middle with a head full of steam. And that time, McBride picking up good yardage.
7-yard gain, second down, 3 yards to go for Arkadelphia. He wants to throw it. He'll throw it short. That's a completion. There's Buckley. Is hit hard as he crosses the 35. He's very close to a first down. They might have him just a bit short. Very good tackle.
And that time, Wesley, the linebacker, did a great job of reading the play from the snap, but not before Buckley could get a yard or two there, making this a third and manageable.
On 3rd and 1, McBride keeps it. He's got a first down to the 25. They'll bring him down at the 22-yard line. Might even give him the 21. It's a first down and 10.
Great option keeper there for McBride. Made the right read and cut off to the left for a Welch Funeral Home first down. Badgers looking to retain the momentum here, moving to the line quickly.
First down 10, Arkadelphia. Ball at the 27-yard line.
Got some movement down on the defensive line.
Do see movement. I believe it's on the defense, and that is indeed the call. 5 free yards for Arkadelphia. First down, 5 yards to go. They'll move it down to the 22.
And with the frenetic pace in these opening minutes, why not try to throw the defense off with a hard count here? It pays off for McBride and the offense. They get 5 freebies.
Arkadelphia sets up. Buckley in the backfield. It'll be fake to him, and McBride up the middle has good yardage. Good yardage after contact. Continues to move inside the 10. Flags down. They'll finally blow the whistle as they pull his helmet off. What a great job of fighting for extra yardage.
And a great fake there as D'Angelo Buckley, it looked like he had the ball. McBride did a great job of selling it. Camera got a great look at that play.
Okay, we're waiting for the mark-off here. The officials have conferred with each other, and the mark-off is going to go against Fairview. I would imagine there was a face mask in there that didn't see the call, but I think a face mask is the reason his helmet came off.
Probably one of the easier face mask calls you're going to see this season, as the helmet was stripped clean off the head of McBride. But it is good enough for another Welch Funeral Home first down, and now the Badgers once again knocking on the door of the end zone.
The ball is between the 6 and 7 yard line. It's first down. That's Buckley to the right of his quarterback, McBride. McBride wants to throw it. Looking up the middle, now he's going to run. He's to the 5, he's to the 4, to the 3. They'll knock him backwards, but that's a good run on first down. He wanted to throw the ball, Chase. Nobody open.
And it looks like McBride is going to be a tough man to tackle this season, as it's taken multiple Cardinals to stop his forward momentum every time he's carried it.
Spotted at the 4 yard line, but that's a nice gain. The defense was getting closer to him as he didn't see anyone open in the end zone, so he took off and got positive yardage to the 4. Second down and goal. Buckley to the left of his quarterback. They'll give it to Buckley. Buckley cuts inside, will not score, but he's got another yard or two. He might be as close as the 2 yard line. We'll see where they spot it. They do spot it at the 2. It's third down and goal from the 2 yard line, and now a flag comes down. Now this might turn into a first and goal from the 1. Let's see. Flag came down after the play. And here's the official call. It is unsportsmanlike conduct against Camden-Fairview. Somebody in the heat of the evening lost their temper down there from the Cardinals, and it's going to cost them first down for Arkadelphia. They'll move the ball from the 2 to the 1. It's a warm evening, but folks, it's not bad. It was a great decision to move this to an 8 o'clock kickoff. It's made a difference. Quarterback sneak, and that's a touchdown, Arkadelphia. McBride in the end zone.
McBride doing what he's done so many times on this drive, fighting forward for as long as he could. He didn't have very long to go this time, only 1 yard, and he's in there for a Farm Bureau touchdown, his second score of this first quarter. Second score in the first 3 minutes, in fact.
9:27 left. We're in the first quarter of a very exciting football game. Arkadelphia will go for the 1-point conversion. Reese Campbell sets up for the kick. He made his first kick. Kick is up. It not only is good this time, it looked beautiful right down the center of the uprights, and Arkadelphia has a 14-6 lead. 9:27 left. We're in the first quarter. Arkadelphia leading Fairview. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
What a way to start the season. Arkadelphia 14, Fairview 6, 9:27 left, and we are still in the first quarter tonight. Chase, I tell you what, 3 touchdowns scored, and Fairview hadn't had the ball yet.
Well, I think back to that game in 2020 when they're only 28 combined points in regulation. Jeff, I don't think that's going to be the case here tonight. These two teams may have 20 or 28 combined points by the 4-minute mark at the rate this one has gone.
Yeah, when I said they hadn't had the ball, I meant the offense hasn't been on the field, but they did return a kick for a touchdown. Here is a bouncing ball inside the 5, and it will just make it to the end zone. And so Fairview will bring it out and get started with the offense on the field for the first time. The Arkadelphia defense kind of skipping out on the field. They're excited about getting out there and getting some action as well. This is a very good defense. Starters coming back, some veteran players on this defense, and yet they face a very talented skill set for Fairview and a big offensive line. So we'll see how this contest goes. Camden offense, Fairview offense against the Arkadelphia defense. Going to be a pass on first down. They'll throw it to the flat. That's a completion and a gain on the catch for Fairview. Well, first of all, I should say their quarterback. I didn't call his name earlier. It's Darrell Atkins Jr. And on the catch, Jabari Lockhart, we believe, although that number is not on our roster, but he is a fine receiver for this team. Pickup of 6 on the play. Second down, 4 yards to go. Atkins did not play a lot last year. He's a new quarterback, but he backed up the starter last year, who was an all-state player. And they'll run to the right side and make up some yardage. That might be a first down. Some good running, tough running, and a big offensive line leading the way.
And expect it to be a battle in the trenches here tonight. A sizable offensive line taking on a skilled defensive line. Should be a great battle to watch here tonight. And you can expect for both teams to be fighting for every yard on both sides.
Atkins has grown a bit since last year. He's a tall quarterback. He's going to fake a handoff and throw to the flat, but Arkadelphia immediately gets their loss on the play. Completed pass, but for a loss. What speed that was.
Kelburn Middleton rushing in there with the tackle. Wearing 5 last year. You may have remembered him wearing number 7 a year ago. And he was the team leader in interceptions a year ago, had a great campaign, but right there making a great open field tackle, showing that he can contain the pass game as well as getting those key takeaways.
He diagnosed it quickly and sprinted to the football, got there just after the ball did, so he caught it completion, but a loss on the play of 5 yards. Second down and 15 for Fairview. They're going to spot the ball back at the 28-yard line, and now a timeout has been called by the Cardinals. So we're going to take a break also. What an eventful first quarter it has been. 8 minutes left, so a lot of time left in this first quarter. Arkadelphia 14, Fairview 6, and we'll be back with more Badger football in just a moment. You're listening to Arkadelphia Badger football.
With over 25 years in the financial services industry, Blake Bell of Bell Wealth Services has the knowledge, services, and process to handle your financial planning needs. Planning that includes business, retirement, education, and longevity. A process that includes deep discovery, customization, execution with diligence, and careful ongoing money management. Clients that include business owners, families and individuals, and retirees. Are you ready? Let's uncover the possibility of working together. Visit Bell Wealth Services located next to the courthouse, downtown Arkadelphia, or at our website, www.bellwealthservices.com. Services offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
After the Fairview timeout, they'll line up again on second down and 15. Midway through the first quarter, back to pass is Atkins. Under some pressure, he'll fire it deep downfield. He's got a receiver down there, but it's knocked down incomplete. Beautiful defensive play by the safety for the Badgers. What an excellent play as he broke on the football and knocked it down with his right hand.
That was Lamont Jones, the senior, swooping in on that play, read it right from the snap, and just stayed with his man to deflect the pass away at the last second. The Badgers secondary coming in clutch here in this set of downs. A big tackle in the backfield and then avoiding a big play downfield. They have the Cardinals with their backs against the wall on 3rd and long.
Third down, 15 yards to go for Fairview. Atkins has a big arm. He's a quarterback who will stand in the pocket and throw. The draw play works, though. Good run out to the 40, 45-yard line. Ball falls to the turf, but it is covered by Fairview. It was a fumble, but he recovered it at the 47. So first down, nice draw play. Surprised the Badgers, perhaps, and they pick up a first down.
That one's a tendency breaker right there. Few teams are expecting a run on 3rd and long, and Camden-Fairview capitalizing as they were able to get some great space up the middle created by that offensive line out in front. Tailback took it for several yards, and again, heads-up play there falling on the ball, but nonetheless, it's good for a Camden-Fairview first down. Great play there for the Cardinals.
Ball at the 47-yard line of Fairview. First down and 10. Arkadelphia lines up defensively. They're going to run on first down. There's some yardage to the right side. Good move. He'll pick up 7, maybe 8 yards on first down. On the carry for Fairview was Jaden Porche, who is only a sophomore, but he's got very good speed. He checked in, and they handed him the ball right away. Gain of 8 to the 45 of Arkadelphia. Second down and 2, 7:16 left. We're in the first quarter. Arkadelphia leads it 14-6. Fairview in the midst of a drive now. And they're going to run it again. Porche is hit this time. I don't think he got there, Chase. He really was stopped by that line. The spot might be enough for a first down, but it doesn't look like it.
It all depends on the placement.
They are going to give him a good spot, so that's going to be a first down. Got to buy maybe a half yard. They're going to spot it right at the 42, first down.
And you alluded to it earlier, Jeff. Porche has got such a great burst, and that time it gave him that extra momentum that he needed to get that extra half yard for the first down. Able to keep the drive moving for the Cardinals. And now the Badgers going to have to turn to the bend, don't break mentality.
They're going to run again. Porche is hit immediately this time. He's going to get only a couple, maybe 3 as he falls forward. They've gone to the running play for the past 3 plays in a row. Now a flag goes down after the play on the far sideline. It does appear to me that they believe in the run, might also be setting up the pass because Atkins is quite a good thrower. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. Going to be, against Arkadelphia this time. Look like unsportsmanlike conduct call again. So each team has had one of those. It's a hot night. Well-contested game, but both sides going to have to work on some composure just after a play ends. That's going to give a first down to Camden-Fairview at the 30-yard line. Arkadelphia lines up defensively. Really good secondary against some good receivers for Fairview. On first down where they go back to the run with Porche in the backfield, Atkins is the quarterback. Looks to the sideline for the play. They are not in a hurry. 6:41 left in the first quarter. Atkins finally calls out the snap. They're going to run again right at Arkadelphia on some yardage. He'll break a tackle. He'll break the 15-yard line and go down. Really good running and some good blocking by that big offensive line.
And Porche, again, using that burst to his advantage. Offensive line opens up a hole right down the middle, and he runs through for yet another first down. Camden-Fairview continuing to pick up momentum on this drive. We'll see if the Cardinals stay with the ground game or if they try to open it up with the passing here.
Trent Haygood has checked into the backfield now for Fairview. Atkins at quarterback, and a flag goes down. Haygood, a really fine receiver and runner. He is a junior, 5'9", 160. Plays some receiver, plays some running back. He's into the game at running back. Atkins, a really fine quarterback, as we have seen, can hit a target throwing the football, but right now it's the running game that's given Arkadelphia a problem. First down and 5 after the penalty. Arkadelphia got a little bit anxious. Fairview trying to tie it up. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it up. And they want to run again. Haywood is hit this time near the line of scrimmage. He does fall forward, and he only needed, of course, 5 for a first down, but he didn't make that. Second down coming, and they're still going to need about 3.
And the personnel was loaded to the right side of the field that time, so maybe trying to break across to the left where there was less traffic, but great containment on the interior line that time from the Badgers as they're able to limit the gain there on the carry by Porche.
Yeah, he picked up only 1. It is second down and 4. They can make a first down before they reach the goal line. Haygood to the left of his quarterback. Atkins will give it to him. He burst out to the right side. Good tackle. He'll stay on his feet just for a moment, and then 3 Badgers bring him down. short of a first down.
Nick Williams, one of the best form tacklers you're going to find in the state. He makes a great play there at the line of scrimmage just to slow the momentum, and that gave his teammates enough time to get to the ball carrier and stop him around the line of scrimmage.
Chase, it looked like the right side was open, but Arkadelphia closed that gap quickly. It's third down, and they still need 3 yards, between 3 and 4 for a first down. On third down, Atkins will hand off again. This is Porche. He's hit near the 5-yard line and goes down. It's not a first down. Fourth down coming for the Cardinals.
And it looked like Nikeeson Wimberly was in there on the tackle, fired up after that play. As you see the sign change there, now a fourth down situation for the Cardinals. And the way things have been going, the Cardinals are going to go for it.
It's 4th and 3. He didn't make any yardage at all. They marked it at the 6. Fourth down, 3 yards to go. Oh, and he jumped, didn't he? Do I see a flag? No. No flag. Trent Haygood, a little extra move there, but they're still looking to the sideline to get the play, and now they're going to call timeout. Fairview will use its second timeout of the half here in the first quarter. Still 4:10 left in the quarter. Arkadelphia 14, Fairview 6. Fourth down coming as the Badgers try to defend their lead. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
The Board of Directors at South Central Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fulfill a need other internet providers were not able to provide in our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.net or call 855-269-3429.
We are back to Badger Stadium where Arkadelphia has a 14-6 lead over Fairview. 4:10 left. We're in the first quarter tonight. Fairview with a fourth down and 3 at the Arkadelphia 6-yard line. The run has been the key to this drive, but Arkadelphia has looked good against the run on the last 2 plays in particular. On fourth down, extra lineman in for Fairview. The running back is Haygood, but he wants to throw, and there's a pass to the end zone. It's complete, and that is a touchdown for Fairview. Slant pattern to the end zone and a touchdown as they got it out to Jabari Lockhart.
And that time, you mentioned it, Jeff, there were 10 men on the right side of the field. Lockhart was the lone man on the left side, one-on-one coverage, cuts over the middle on a slant route, runs it to perfection. And Darrell Atkins Jr., an experienced pocket passer, able to throw a laser in there for a Cardinal touchdown.
Called timeout just to make sure everybody was on the same page to set up that play, and it worked beautifully. They did not need a touchdown. 3 yards would have made a first down, but they went for the end zone and they got it. Now they're going to go for 2 to try to tie it up. It's 14-12, Arkadelphia. Atkinson lines up. Now they're going to send Porche in to play running back to the right of his quarterback, Atkins. Atkins rolls back, looking back across, and he'll throw across, and it is caught. 2-point conversion ties it up. Boy, he lofted a high one to the end zone, to the corner of the end zone. I thought Nick Williams would get there. He was just a moment late, and it's a conversion for a tie game.
And right there, an out route to the left side. Again, you always think Nick Williams is going to come down with the football, but give credit there to Trent Haygood. He was able to come down with the football, ran a great route, and Darrell Atkins Jr. able to resist the pressure to loft that ball up there, found his man perfectly in the left corner of the end zone, and we've got a brand new ball game here with 4:05 remaining in the first quarter.
Aspects of this game have not been what we expected. Kickoff return for a touchdown. Arkadelphia scored on his first play from scrimmage, and yet a tie game is not unexpected. 2 good teams. You expect this to be well fought for the entire game for both teams.
Without a doubt, both of these teams have proven themselves among the best in their respective classifications over the last several years, and they always seem to play competitive. You know, we look at the scoreboard for the last couple of years, and you see those 20-point deficits. I don't really think that tells the whole story, Jeff, because you look back to 2020, that was really a greater reflection of this rivalry between these two teams, the 21-20 victory for the Badgers. Both of these two teams, on paper, usually pretty evenly matched. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top in this one. The momentum has been shifting back and forth frequently here in the first few minutes.
So Arkadelphia will get the ball back. The offense has performed extremely well, and they'll have another shot at it. Defense competed well, but Fairview came up with the big plays when they needed it. They converted a 3rd down and long. They converted a 4th down and 3 along the way to pick up that touchdown. Where will this kickoff go? We've seen basically a onside kick and a couple of short ones. This one will bounce down the middle of the field, be picked up at the 15-yard line, return to the 20. Far sideline, Arkadelphia's got a nice return. Ball will roll out of the Badgers' hands and out of bounds, but still good field position for Arkadelphia as he crossed the 30-yard line.
And I believe this will be the longest field that the Badgers have to work with tonight. The shortest field they've worked with was over on the other side of the 50, but the first drive out, they had to go 64 yards. Only took them one play to get to the end zone. Arkadelphia would certainly like another scoring strike right here, but we'll see what Coach Shucker has in mind.
We are still in the first quarter, folks. A lot of scoring in this quarter. 2 touchdowns for each team. Still just under 4 minutes left in the quarter, and Arkadelphia is back out on the field. McBride is the quarterback. And we'll bring you a lot of other names as there are some younger guys from last year's team that are starters now. People growing up, ready to start for the Badgers. We'll bring you those names as we go through it. On first down, McBride will keep it. He's got good yardage to the 40. First down, he's to the 50 and dragged down. But that's a great run and a first down as they'll go to the 49-yard line of Fairview. That is a first down, and of course our sponsor for first down is none other than Welch Funeral Home.
5 men wide on that last play. It was a decoy as McBride just cut right up field on a QB draw. Got some good yardage all the way into enemy territory, and now the Badgers wanting to keep the momentum rolling right here.
19-yard run for McBride on that play. Buckley set for a pass this time. They will throw it. McBride fires it downfield just over the fingertips of his intended receiver and incomplete.
Looked like a bit of a wheel route that time for D'Angelo Buckley, going around the left side and trying to gain some space. Again, the draw play setting up that throw right there. Almost had a big play for the Badgers. Just a little too much mustard on that one, and it's 2nd and 10 now for Arkadelphia.
Receiver at the bottom of the screen is Evan Bailey. He's had a big catch for a touchdown tonight. Just inside the pattern or the formation is Jay Purifoy, who will have a big game. Just hadn't touched the ball yet, and here's a good run. McBride, though, fumbles it at the end of the run. It's going to be picked up by Fairview at the 29-yard line.
Big defensive play there for the Cardinals. Looked like McBride was just trying to cut out to the right side that time, and while he was doing that, defender came across and stripped the ball free, able to pounce on it quickly. Heads-up play there by the Camden-Fairview defense, and now they'll send their offense back out there with a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight.
We got a couple of fans running in here, Chase, so it's not just incredibly warm, but out there, you're talking about guys that are sweating quite a bit, and you got to really grip the ball because your arms are going to be slippery.
That's right. With all this humidity here tonight, it's almost like a rain game in some ways. No precipitation coming down, but you look out there on the field, moisture is certainly going to play a role in this one.
1st and 10 Fairview at its own 29-yard line. Fairview lines up. They go back to the running game right at Arkadelphia, and they're going to have some yardage, but he lost the ball. Arkadelphia fighting for it. Let's see if the officials agree. Arkadelphia believes they have recovered a fumble. The officials, let's wait for the call. I'm not seeing a call yet from the officials. Yeah, now we get it. Arkadelphia football. They were very careful about that, but it was recovered as the outstanding linebacker at the bottom of the pile had the football. That's Chase Vantelborg.
And talk about the defense stepping up right there. How do you respond to losing a fumble? You pick up a fumble of your own. Great job there. Pouncing on the ball carrier, stripping the ball free on what was nearly a first down. And Arkadelphia right now has the ball just about where they had it before in enemy territory inside the 40-yard line.
They'll spot it at the 38-yard line. First down and 10. Arkadelphia has a meeting on the sideline with their head coach, Trey Shucker, giving some instructions. They'll go out and start their offensive drive one more time here momentarily.
Shucker now in his 4th season at Arkadelphia, and it has been a successful run indeed, picking up the conference championship in the 7-4A last year en route to a semifinal finish in the 4A classification.
Nick Williams has checked in on offense. He'll line up in the slot to the left side, top of the screen. Back to pass. McBride wants to throw to his right. Now he's going to run. He's got some room to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 10-yard line, to the 5. Inside the 5, first down and goal, Arkadelphia.
And once again, Cade McBride proving that he is not afraid to run that ball right at the defense, breaks right through the defensive front and picks up plenty of yardage for a Welch Funeral Home first down, now just a few yards away from the Badgers' 3rd score of this first quarter.
Buckley is the running back, next to his quarterback, McBride. From the 3, first down and goal. McBride wants to throw it. Rolling to his right, he's in trouble, and he will throw the ball, and was it caught? No, it's going to be incomplete. Near the sideline, incomplete. Just did get rid of it as he was being hit. Flag goes down. Flag goes down in the end zone, waiting on the call. We've seen a few flags tonight. We've seen some scoring, and so the first quarter has been rather slow, but quite exciting. Illegal block against Arkadelphia, and they're going to push the Badgers back. That's a mistake. I tell you what, you get the ball at the 3, you don't want to see a play go backwards, and it will go backwards because of the penalty. I would suspect they would take that penalty for sure, and that'll push the Badgers back, but give them first down over again. Splitting wide to the left side at the top of your screen is Maddox Atkins. He's alone at the top of the screen. Badgers moving around. The official's still talking to Arkadelphia coaches. So we've got a stoppage in play. We thought we might see some stoppage in play just because of the heat, but that's not the case this time. Just a conversation with the officials. Now we're ready to go again. They do spot the ball at the 13-yard line. So it was a 10-yard penalty. First down over again for Arkadelphia. First down and goal from the 13. McBride at quarterback, Buckley to his left. Buckley with a running play, they'll reverse it, and there's a wide open field. To the 10, to the 5. That is a touchdown, Arkadelphia. Purifoy on the touchdown for the Badgers.
Purifoy that time on the double reverse. D'Angelo Buckley running to the right, moved the defense all the way to that right side before flipping it to Purifoy, who used his speed to get around to the edge and ran all the way to the end zone for a Farm Bureau touchdown. Purifoy had some big plays last season, and he's got a big one here in the season opener.
This is quite a first game of the season. Extra point is up, and Campbell has nailed it again. He's 3 for 3. Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 14, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, and the first quarter tonight. We'll be back in a moment. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters is locally owned and operated by James and Tara Rollins, who were both raised here and continue to be active in our community. Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters offers a variety of services from engine and transmission replacements to brakes, front end alignments, tire repair and replacement, and engine diagnosis on most makes and models. Stop by Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters at 1802 Pine Street or give them a call today at 870-210-5269. Supporting Arkadelphia for years, Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters says, "Go Badgers."
Less than 10 minutes into the football game, 35 points scored already.
It's been an offensive affair thus far, although every dimension of the game has been involved already. 2 turnovers, a kick return for a touchdown. We've seen passing plays. We've seen running plays. Both of them go into the end zone. We've seen a double reverse just a few moments ago that went for a score. This game has had just about a little bit of everything here, and we're not even to the end of the first quarter.
Arkadelphia is set to kick. Of course, they want to be careful. Fairview has a kickoff return for a touchdown earlier this evening. Line drive shot. This is returnable, and they're going to pitch it back to that same man, Mr. Allen, to the 25, to the 30. This time they're going to hit him and drag him down. It's good field position. but not nearly a touchdown. That return actually was by Haygood. And now a flag goes down at the end of the play. So, you know, enthusiasm is one thing, but the officials are being very careful to keep both teams on good behavior, and a flag went down again after the play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct, and that will go against Arkadelphia. Good play to make the tackle, but a little bit too much enthusiasm after the whistle blew.
And one positive thing that you did see after that play, though, is that the Badgers realized their mistake. You saw some accountability between teammates there. This is a team that, you know, a lot of these guys are getting their first varsity start, but you can already see that camaraderie, that chemistry developing between this offensive unit, the veterans, and the younger players out there on the field.
So instead of a first down at their own 34, the Cardinals will start at their own 49-yard line. First down and 10 as the drive gets underway. Mr. Atkins at quarterback has had a good night, but mostly handing off. Here's another handoff. Arkadelphia responds. A positive gain. They'll push him back. Forward progress, though, is a nice gain of about 4 yards.
So Porche had the carry that time, and again, trying to use that burst to get forward momentum. He got some good yardage, but Arkadelphia doing more of what we saw last year, containing the run quickly and flocking to that ball carrier.
Ball at the Arkadelphia 47-yard line. Second down, 6 yards to go. They'll fake the handoff and throw long, but he's hit as he throws it, and so it is sailing out of bounds. And he was open down the sideline, Chase, so it was a big plus for Arkadelphia that they got there and hit the quarterback as he threw it.
Blitz on the edge that time by the linebacker Reese Campbell comes around the right side, and Atkins Jr. didn't even really see him, just turning to throw to the right side. And before he knew it, Reese was on top of him. He throws the ball, but hit as he throws, and it goes all the way to the right sideline. Now the Cardinals facing a third and medium.
The intended receiver was Corey McCoy, who was open on the far sideline. Third down, Arkadelphia lines up defensively. Beautiful fake of the run that time. They had an open receiver, but Arkadelphia got there. Good defensive work, too. And now they're going to blow a whistle, and a third timeout is called by Fairview. The third timeout they have called, and we're still in the first quarter. But they have had some success coming out of the timeout. We'll see if Arkadelphia can stop them when they have third down after this break. We'll be back with more Badger football. After this, you're in tune to the Arkadelphia Badger Football Network.
You belong at Patterson Federal Credit Union. No matter your financial needs, Patterson has products to help. We offer all types of accounts, savings, Christmas club, and a variety of checking accounts, including one specially tailored to teenagers. Certificates and IRAs are also available. If you're in need of a loan, we can help you with auto, recreation, personal, and home loans. Patterson Credit Union has several strategies to help build or repair credit, including our own credit card program, credit builder loans, and financial counseling. We're proud to have served Clark County for 65 years and look forward to many more years to come. Join us.
On the play now, a run by Atkins. He's known as a passer, not a runner. He tries to fight for yardage but can't get it. So that particular play called at the sideline during the timeout did not work. Arkadelphia defended it well. It's fourth down and long.
And like you mentioned, Jeff, a bit of a tendency breaker there, as Atkins Jr. commonly expected to throw the ball. That time he takes it on the QB draw. Arkadelphia did have the QB spy on that time, though, able to get around to the right side and halt Atkins' momentum before a flock of Badgers flew in that time and made the play. Now the Cardinals with their backs against the wall in a fourth down situation.
At the Arkadelphia 46-yard line, they need another 5 yards. He's going to kick it. This is a line drive kick. Nobody deep for the Badgers. They're going to let it roll and roll dead at the 23-yard line. Good defensive work by Arkadelphia, though, the first defensive hold of the night.
It is the first time we've seen a punt in this ball game, which is not a surprise when you see all the points that have been put up on the board thus far. We have seen a couple of turnovers, but that just quickly led to another score for the Badgers as the Cardinals and Arkadelphia traded fumbles over on the other side of the 50-yard line. With less than a minute to go here in the first quarter, we'll see what the game plan is for the Badgers going out, but they'll be looking for more of the same on that last drive when they marched right down the field for the score.
We have seen one-play drives for touchdowns. We've seen long, methodical drives for touchdowns, but that was the first time we've seen the defense force a punt. So we'll see if Arkadelphia can stretch its lead. On first down, a running play, McBride will keep it. He's got yardage again. Good run by McBride. Avoids 2 tacklers. He's got a first down. Avoids a 3rd tackler. A flag goes down, and that might be a blocking penalty. We'll see. It was a great run, though, out to the 43-yard line. 20-yard run, but let's see if some of that's coming back. On the far side, we saw a penalty flag go down just after a block. Well, you know, everybody blocking downfield to try to give the quarterback a chance to go a long distance, but somebody may have blocked in the back. Let's see. First game for the officials, too, so they are being careful to converse before any call is made. And they are going to march it back against the Badgers to the 31-yard line. So it's a nice gain on first down, but not the first down they would have had otherwise. Badgers line up. Usual formation. Receivers on both sides of the field. Bottom of the screen is Evan Bailey, who has a touchdown tonight. Very first play from scrimmage for Arkadelphia. 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen. Quarterback Cade McBride will hand it off this time. Here's a nice running play. First down to the 37-yard line. They might give him the 38 as he bounced up there. That was Buckley on the run.
Arkadelphia effectively running that option offense early here in this contest. Another Welsh Funeral Home first down this time. McBride handing it off to Buckley. Got some good blocks up front.
On first down, McBride wants to throw. He'll throw deep. He's looking to the right side and just misses his intended receiver, Purifoy. As he threw to the sideline, Purifoy was a little farther toward the middle of the field. So incomplete on first down. Second down and 10 coming for Arkadelphia. We have seen good work tonight by the running backs, by the quarterback in the running game. And this offensive line, playing against a much bigger defensive line, has represented itself well for the Badgers here tonight. This is Purifoy on an end-around play. He'll turn it upfield, and he gets good yardage, very close to a first down. Purifoy is not straight ahead necessarily the fastest Badger, but I think he can run sideways just about as fast as he can win forward. He's very hard to tackle.
He's got that burst around the edge, uses it again to his advantage, picking up the Welch Funeral Home first down. And again, credit that offensive line up front. A lot of them getting their first starting varsity experience, but they opened up a great hole there for their back to get through, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter.
It has finally come, but what an exciting first quarter it has been. Arkadelphia will have the ball at its own 48-yard line, 1st and 10 when we come back for second quarter action. It's Arkadelphia 21 and Fairview 14. We'll be back in a moment with more football. This is the Arkadelphia Badger Football Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, bats and signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, bats and signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, bats and sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to sponsor this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our Arkadelphia locations, located at each I-30 exit, or our new Tiger Mart store, located on 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers."
Second quarter action coming your way. Arkadelphia leads in this football game after a very eventful first quarter. It is Arkadelphia 21 and Fairview 14. Badgers with football, and they'll throw incomplete on first down. Almost intercepted. A really quick move by the linebacker got in the way, but he knocked it down instead of intercepting the ball, so Arkadelphia avoided a turnover there. Second down and 10. Badgers at their own 48-yard line.
Caleb Tate, the linebacker for the Cardinals, broke on that ball very well and was almost rewarded with a takeaway. Fortunately for the Badgers, that one will drop to the ground, and they'll have another opportunity here near midfield.
It's going to be a run by McBride. This time the linebacker's waiting for him. He's only going to get a couple. So Arkadelphia has, for the first time in a while, a third down and long. We have seen the Badgers making good yardage on just about every offensive play. And so we haven't seen third and long very often, but Arkadelphia well equipped to throw the ball or even run it for 8 yards. That's what they need here on third down. I would like to say we are down to 83 degrees outside, and this is a great home crowd considering the excessive heat all week, over 100 degrees for several days in a row. But folks are out for football tonight. McBride throws short. That's complete. Running with the football to the far side and not quite making a first down, but making it to the 45-yard line of Fairview after the catch was Maddox Atkins.
And Weaver making the tackle that time for Camden-Fairview. Travian getting to the ball very quickly. Atkins had a good catch in the flats, but it was an excellent open field tackle to halt his forward momentum. And now the Badgers going to go for it here on 4th and medium.
4th down, 4 yards to go. Badgers line up to go for it. McBride looks to the sideline, and we'll see if he will kick or if he will try to convert this 4th down.
Almost got some movement on this near side of the defensive line.
Back to pass McBride. He will throw. That's complete, and that's a first down Arkadelphia. Nick Williams on the catch.
Well, Nick Williams has been a star in the secondary for the Badgers over the past couple of seasons, getting some serious time now on the offensive side of the ball. Coming up with a big catch that time, moving the chains for another Welch Funeral Home first down.
First down, Arkadelphia, 40-yard line of Camden-Fairview. Badgers trying to stretch out to a 2-touchdown lead. They lead at 21-14 here at the moment. Blitz on the play. Arkadelphia will just leave it with the quarterback. He'll make it back to the line of scrimmage and maybe pick up one. Fairview sent the house that time.
The Cardinals were coming in hot from every direction, and that time McBride just having to lower his head and try to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does so successfully, but the Badgers lose a down in the process.
Second down, 9 yards to go. It's been a little harder here lately, but Arkadelphia still in Fairview territory on second down. Second quarter action. Buckley is the running back next to his quarterback, Cade McBride. McBride looks to the sideline for the play. Atkins at the bottom of your screen. In the slot, you see Purifoy and Williams, and they want to pass. McBride looks down the middle of the field, will fire it looking for Bailey. It's incomplete and then intercepted. Oh, Bailey almost had it, and then the defender came up with it. He'll return it to the 20 to the 24-yard line. Really fine defensive play. Bailey upset with himself for not bringing in the pass, but as he was bringing it in, the defender just reached in and took it.
Really a seamless play there by Travian Weaver. He made a big play earlier in the drive there with that open field tackle to force 4th down. That time sticking with the ball, it looked like Bailey was going to come down with it, but it slid right through. Weaver was ready. He took away the ball, and now the Cardinals with another key opportunity here trying to even up the contest.
Pass was on target, but it was a very fine defensive play. 75 yards away, Fairview takes over. First down and 10, down by 7 to the Badgers. Running play, again off tackle. They're going to get some yardage. This is a big offensive line, and they're trying to lean on that Badger defensive line right now. The gain is up to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Atkins at quarterback. Porche is his running back. Same formation you see with the Badgers. One back. Fires it to the sideline. Good pass and a first down. Good run after the catch to the 45-yard line. That was a well-orchestrated play for Fairview. Good pass to the sideline. Nice run after the catch by Lockhart.
And that's where the run sets up the pass. Camden-Fairview was lined up in shotgun formation, 4 men wide there, but still, with Porche there in the backfield, you weren't sure what they were going to do there. Atkins able to throw it over to the left side. The traditional play in that formation, and a great run after the catch leads to a first down for the Cardinals.
On first down, they want to pass. Now in trouble, Atkins is sacked. Atkins is sacked, and coming up with the sack for Arkadelphia. He got some help from teammates, but then the guy who made the tackle for the Arkadelphia Badgers was Caden Brown.
Brown doing a great job there, breaking through the offensive front there from the defensive side of the ball. And, Jeff, we mentioned that size. This is a formidable offensive line there for Camden-Fairview, but the Badgers stepping up to the task this time, sneaking their way through and containing Atkins, eventually bringing him down for their first sack of the game.
Loss of 10 on the play, second down 20. Atkins with Porcher to his left. He'll pass to the flat, gets it out to his receiver who's got yardage after the catch. Lockhart has big yardage to the 40 of Arkadelphia, the 35 and the 32-yard line. They're doing a nice job of getting receivers to the open field, and they've got some speed to work with.
And Lockhart has been a go-to target for Atkins Jr. early in this contest. Picked up a first down earlier in the drive, another great route down the left side that time. And once again, it results in good yardage. The Cardinals got something cooking here. They are into enemy territory nearing the 30-yard line.
Trying to tie this game up. Arkadelphia with a 7-point lead. Atkins fakes a handoff. Will throw it into the flat. Arkadelphia misses a tackle, and now there'll be some yardage. A big hit, and the ball's loose. Who did get it? Arkadelphia fighting for the football. That was a big hit, and I think Fairview did come up with it. Ball just inside the 30-yard line. Wow, that was a big hit. Created the loose ball, but Fairview, alert, came up with its own fumble. Holding call against Fairview. And they're going to mark it off. We're in the second quarter. Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 14, 6:38 left before halftime. Not a flawless game for either team. We've seen turnovers, but we have seen some big plays offensively and occasionally defensively. First down as they spot the ball back at the 38-yard line. First and looks like 16. Atkins talking to his offensive line, now moving the sophomore Porcher to his right, and now they will move 5 more yards against Fairview. The guard and the tackle took off before the quarterback called the snap. Delay of gain was the call. The lineman tried to move before time ran out, but the quarterback didn't call the snap count yet.
Now we'll see how the Cardinals respond after back-to-back penalties. Got their work cut out for them in this first and long situation, but as they've proven tonight, they can pick up some chunks of yardage in a hurry.
Extra blocking back to the left side of the line now for Fairview. Atkins will hand off. Purifoy. No, this is Porcher looking for yardage, and he'll get some positive yardage, but after the penalties, they had a long way to go, so they are not back to the original line of scrimmage yet. Ball marked at the 37-yard line. And you got to go all the way to the 23 for a first down.
You can almost see Porcher's momentum starting to slow down a bit here, and that's not really a discredit to him. It's more of credit to the adjustment by the Badgers there. They're getting to him quicker, able to contain him faster. Still a good gain, though, there for the tailback.
They're going to hand off again. He hits his own player, and then the Badgers converge. Nothing on the play at all for Fairview's Porcher that time. Really well defended. You know, the last possession for Arkadelphia felt like Fairview's defense was competing better, and I feel that way about Arkadelphia's defense right now.
Well, some of these guys down on the defensive front getting their first varsity start tonight, starting to settle in. And they're getting better at containing the run up the middle. We'll see how they do here against likely a pass play in this third and long situation.
Atkins alone in the backfield. 5 receivers lined up, and he'll go back to pass. Looking deep. Now he'll run to the right side. Looks like he wants to pick up some yardage on the ground. He will, but he runs out of bounds, not near a first down. So fourth down is coming.
5 options to throw to that time for Atkins Jr. Unfortunately for him, all of them were closed off due to some great play there by the linebackers and secondary members of the Badgers. That time he's just forced to scramble out to the right side, gets some solid yardage, but still not enough for that first down. Cardinals will be forced to go for it here inside the Badgers' 30-yard line.
They're going to need between 6 and 7 for a first down. It's 4th down for Fairview. Once again, an empty backfield. Atkins at quarterback has plenty of receivers. He looks downfield. He's under some pressure immediately. He's got some room to run, but he'll throw downfield, and it's intercepted. At the 5-yard line, there's a return to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 24-yard line. Outstanding play by Arkadelphia coming up with the turnover for the Arkadelphia Badgers was Michael Brownlee.
Brownlee making a great play there in the secondary to prevent the score, but a lot of the credit there goes to the defensive line forcing a bad pass. And we're going to have an official's timeout here, but what a play for the Badgers. They needed a momentum boost here as we enter the second half of the second quarter, and they got just what the doctor ordered right there.
The officials have called timeout, and so we're going to take a timeout also. Arkadelphia will have the ball when we come back. It's the Badgers 21, the Cardinals of Fairview 14. 5 minutes exactly left before halftime. This is Arkadelphia Badger football.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Contact Agent Jake Knight at Pennington Insurance on Pine Street in Arkadelphia to see how they can help you with your insurance needs. Pennington Insurance has been locally owned and operated in Arkadelphia for 85 years. Jake is a proud Badger alum playing football and baseball at Arkadelphia. Call us today at 870-246-3700 or come see us at 2401 Pine Street to talk about your insurance needs. That's Agent Jake Knight at Pennington Insurance.
Jake Knight, welcome to the broadcast. Handoff on first down, and excuse me, that's McBride. Nice fake handoff, but he was tripped up as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, so not much on first down for Arkadelphia. Chase, I think that timeout was called just to let everybody cool down for a moment. I'm not talking about tempers, I'm talking about temperature. Let everybody take a moment to cool down, including the officials. That was an official timeout, not charged to either team. Second down and 10 for Arkadelphia. Empty backfield, back to pass is McBride. He'll throw the ball. It's an immediate hit and an incomplete pass. Arkadelphia was unable to come down with it because just a ferocious hit immediately.
Adrian King, the cornerback, with an excellent read that time, able to pop the ball free as soon as it landed in the receiver's hands. Nothing you can do there as the offense but just tip your cap there to the opposition. And now the Badgers going to have to come up with something here on 3rd and long, deep in their own territory.
After the big hit, good to see that Braden Wagner is back up and just fine. Here is a pass to the flat. Ooh, yardage was in front of him, but he couldn't quite pull it in just off the fingertips. It's 4th down and long. Arkadelphia, I believe, will have to punt for the first time. Wheel right to Buckley, and Chase, it was there, but it just didn't quite make the connection.
And this is the opening week, so again, you're still working out those wrinkles here in the early season. Some catches you'll probably see made later in the season. But right now, everybody trying to reach that midseason form, and you usually see that come with reps.
Line up in an offensive formation, but we expect to kick. They'll look to the sideline, and now let's see if McBride backs up a bit, and he will. He'll punt the ball away. In fact, Fairview expecting it. We'll send a man deep to return the kick. Now they'll stop the action just as the ball is being snapped, and let's see. Going to be a delay of game against Arkadelphia. So they'll punt from 5 yards back. It's the first time the offense has been unable to come up with at least a first down, and they're going to punt the ball back from inside their own 20-yard line. Haywood is deep to receive this kick. It's a low line drive. He catches it in the air, and he'll return it to the 45, 40, 35, flag down, and he'll go inside the 30, but I believe we're going to see this come back. Let's see. Was that a flag? Another one at the end of the play. Yeah, way back at the 15-yard line, there's a flag. I thought I saw an illegal block. Let's see what else might be called. I'm not sure. Let's see. The officials are going to talk about it. They're being very careful to make sure they have communication before they signal to the home side here what the call is. We expect 2 different penalties, though. All right, Mr. Official. It is going to be an illegal block against Fairview and unsportsmanlike conduct against Arkadelphia, so that's tough. Continuing to see that mistake on a hot night for both teams. 4:11 left before halftime. Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 14. Does not seem like a safe lead. Fairview is going to come out of this with the ball going backwards on the hold and then forwards on the penalty against Arkadelphia. Let's see where they spot it. You seeing the 40-yard line? Let's see. Here it is to the 40-yard line. First down and 10. Only 40 yards away for Fairview. Good position to start at the Arkadelphia 40-yard line. The quarterback is Atkins. He's had a good night. He's a new quarterback, but he has played quarterback throughout his high school career. A backup last year. Did get to play some. Porche, only a sophomore, is the running back to his right. Big, strong offensive line, but the Badger defensive line has really competed well tonight. Atkins at quarterback lines up. He's got 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen. He'll throw it to the flat. There's a tackle after the catch, but a good run after the catch for a first down inside the 30. That play has worked all night, Chase.
The Cardinals continuing to stick with it, as it's been a great connection between Atkins and his receiver. He loves to throw that ball over to the left side, and again, it's that if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality.
He'll throw it back to the flat. Here is Haywood with a nice run after the catch. Ooh, a beautiful run. Nice cut inside the 10. He's to the 5. He is going to get to the end zone. Touchdown. Haywood is a really good kick returner, and that time he found the open field and dodged the Badgers all the way to the end zone. If they can make an extra point, they're going to tie this game. We'll see if they'll go for 1 or go back to a 2-point conversion try. Missed an extra point, had it blocked by Nick Williams on their first touchdown, went for 2 and made it after their second touchdown. Sure looks to me like they are thinking very seriously about going for 2 again.
Atkins is still out there on the field, and maybe Camden also trying to capitalize off the momentum here. You had a big passing play that set up a run play to the outside, ended up in a score thanks to the great field vision there of Trent Haygood. And indeed, the Cardinals, they're going to try to take their first lead of the night right here.
They're going to line up. Again, Porche, the running back. Atkins at quarterback. He's got 4 receivers. Going for 2, a 2-point conversion attempt. They'll send a man in motion. He will drop the ball, but it's picked up by his running back, who will hit and strive, and I don't think he will. He handed off the ball at the last moment, and they got in. Are they going to count that? He handed off the ball from the 1-yard line because he wasn't going to make it in, and it was an illegal handoff. They had, I guess, called forward motion, so he did not make it in. It was an accident anyway, Chase. As the quarterback bobbled the ball, his running back caught it in midair. I thought he was going to score, but Arkadelphia converged very quickly, didn't let him in, and then just as the whistle was blown, he tried to hand off to a teammate who did go to the end zone, but it was after the play. So it's no good, and Arkadelphia is still in the lead. It's the Badgers 21, the Cardinals 20. It's not boring, Chase. What an amazing football game.
It's not, and Jeff, you look at that score. We're not even to halftime yet, and this already mirrors the score from back in 2020. However, we cannot do that just yet because Camden-Fairview does have the opportunity to do that still. But, you know, the trend in the last few years has been the 41-21 score. Jeff, I don't think we're going to see that tonight. Both of these offenses are still firing on all cylinders. The defenses are starting to settle in as well, though, making some big plays. And, again, we continue to see that pendulum of momentum swinging back and forth. It'll be interesting to see who has it once this ball game has concluded. Right now, looking like it could go either way.
What a great effort it was defensively for the Badgers on that two-point conversion, because after the accidental handoff, I thought he was wide open to the end zone, but the Badgers converged very, very quickly, and then 2 or 3 Badgers kept him out of the end zone. Great job by Arkadelphia, but a really fine drive of 40 yards for the touchdown after the defense for Fairview held Arkadelphia on its previous possession. They had to punt the ball from deep on their own end for the first time tonight. So we'll see if the Arkadelphia offense can bounce back. That's a key, as the Fairview defense going to establish itself now consistently. Whoa, an onside kick. The ball is rolling. It's not going to make 10 yards. It is not going to make 10 yards. It'll roll dead at the 48-yard line. Not a bad idea. Try to catch the Badgers by surprise, but you got to get it 10 yards.
That sets the Badgers up with great field position here. Again, the Cardinals, not a bad idea. They're trying to swing the momentum a little bit here. You've already got it rolling in your direction, fresh off a score, and they typically go with that shorter kickoff anyways. But again, just a tough bit of luck there for the Cardinals, as Badgers really don't have to do anything there. Just watch the ball roll a couple yards shy of where it needed to be a live ball, and now Arkadelphia with a great chance to try and get some of those points back right here with the ball in enemy territory.
Badgers send a man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. McBride up the middle has good yardage. 7, 8 yards. He's got 10. He's still running. He's got 12 yards and a first down. His helmet came off at the end of the play, so let's see. But a good run by McBride. We knew he could throw the ball from the scrimmage game against Lake Hamilton, but of course he was wearing a red shirt that night and was not running. But man, he's run tonight. What a good job. He'll check out for one play and then come back in because his helmet did come off. Arkadelphia will send in at quarterback Maddox Finley. Mr. Finley will line up at quarterback, at least for this play. He has looked good, also played quite a lot against Lake Hamilton in the scrimmage. He'll take the snap. He is going to hand it off. Buckley looking for room and not finding any. He's going to lose 1, maybe 2 on the play. Second down, 12 coming, and McBride is back in the game. 2:43 left. We're getting closer now to halftime. Arkadelphia with a 1-point lead. The Badgers would dearly love to eat up most of the rest of this clock in the second quarter and get more points. That is the goal right now.
Right now set back a couple of yards thanks to a great play there by the defensive tackle, DeCason Torrance. Shed his block quickly and got right to the ball carrier. Had to reach a little bit, but able to bring Buckley down. Now we'll see what the Badgers do here on 2nd and long.
Maddox, Atkins, and Williams to the left side. They're going to fake a handoff. McBride wants to run now. He's got good yardage. What a nice run by McBride. He's got a first down. The ball comes loose as he's hit from behind, and I think Fairview came up with it. So a turnover against Arkadelphia. He made a beautiful run to get the first down, but was hit from behind when he tried to make a cut. The ball rolled forward, and Fairview once again got to it first. So a third turnover tonight. And Arkadelphia will send its defense back out onto the field. Would have been a first down at about the 20. Ball rolled up to the 19-yard line where Fairview has the ball. That would have been a good field position. Still 2:04 left before halftime, but now Fairview has the opportunity, and Arkadelphia will play defense. The big plays for them have primarily come on passes into the flat and then runs after the catch. And they're going to run right at Arkadelphia this time and make yardage up to the 25-yard line, gain of 6.
Less than 2 minutes to go here, but the Cardinals okay with taking their time trying to move down the field. That run game up the middle has been their bread and butter, but as we've mentioned, Jeff, Arkadelphia getting better at containing that run up the middle. Porche's got a great burst, but the Badgers on these last couple of drives been able to counteract it a bit.
Atkins at quarterback, backs up. Porche next to him. He's going to hand off, and they'll run right at Arkadelphia, but he's hitting the backfield. Beautiful play by Arkadelphia. First one on the hit for the Badgers. Really fine hit, and then teammates came to help out. That was Whit Alderson. Only a sophomore, and he got into the backfield, made a nice hit. It's third down, and they're going to need between 5 and 6 yards. Atkins in the shotgun all by himself in the backfield. Looks to the sideline for the play. 1 minute left, second quarter. Arkadelphia trying to hold on to its 1-point lead. They'll throw to the flat. Here's a run after the catch by Haywood. Haywood, a good runner, will make a first down. It's just hard to hit him, much like Purifoy for Arkadelphia. He is very difficult to get a square hit on. He scored a touchdown a few moments ago, and this time he picks up an important first down. First down and 10 at the 32-yard line, as Fairview will look for bigger chunks of yardage now. 42 seconds left, and the clock continues to run. Atkins has a big arm. We'll see if he throws deep. He's got a receiver going deep. He is going to throw deep to the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. He just did overthrow Haywood.
Haygood's got great speed out there. That would have been a tough play, though, for anybody out there on the field. He makes a great lunging effort at the ball, but that one just had a bit too much on it. Arkadelphia faithful breathing a sigh of relief as that had big play potential. Instead, it's second and long for the Cardinals.
Stops the clock with 29 seconds left before halftime. What an exciting half we have seen. Not without mistakes, but very exciting, and some big plays by both teams. Arkadelphia leads it by 1. Fairview trying to do something about that in the last 29 seconds. Atkins will throw downfield. He throws an incomplete pass, almost intercepted. Really fine defensive play by Kelburn Middleton.
And Middleton, one of those men in the secondary that you usually associate with interceptions. Tonight, though, he's done everything he can to halt the momentum of the Cardinals, even though that hasn't translated into an INT just yet. He's had some good pass breakups, whether that's on a deflection or a big hit like we saw right there.
So third down, 10 yards to go. Still 23 seconds left. Atkins wants to pass. Arkadelphia putting a little bit of pressure on, but he throws downfield. Ball is bobbled and incomplete, almost intercepted. Really might have been caught that time. Hit him on the numbers. Would have been about a 10-yard gain, but he could not come up with it. And so it's fourth down and 10, 16 seconds left. Badgers line up, and they are going to send some people deep and try to prevent a touchdown here, but at the same time, be ready in case it turns into a kick. And Fairview had a player downfield for some reason. Now he's going to come back to the line of scrimmage and line up. A little confusion, first game. Kick high. They did punt the ball. It's going to bounce to the 40, and it'll roll down inside the 35 of Arkadelphia as the clock ticks away to 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And is that halftime, or are they going to put some seconds back on the clock? I think they might put seconds back on the clock. It reads 0, but nobody is leaving the field. Officials talking about it. They did blow the whistle before it got to 0. So let's see. They put 4 seconds back on the clock. 4 seconds for Arkadelphia. We've had a lot of excitement in this first half. Illegal substitution is the call. That is the delay in the action right now. And we are waiting for the officials. And I'm not at all complaining about the officials being slow, because they're being careful, talking to both benches, being very careful about what is called. And I believe that they do bring this back, and Arkadelphia wants to return a punt here. They're going to make them kick. It does make sense that Fairview would have to kick the ball, although with 4 seconds left now, you would think they could try to run a play. But anything anybody does with 4 seconds left is chancy, so I'm not sure what we'll see. Arkadelphia maybe would like to try to block a kick if that is a possibility. Only 4 seconds left. After the penalty, it's fourth down and 15. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line of Fairview. And, of course, they line up in an offensive formation, but we do expect a kick here. Let's see what will happen. And he wants to run it. He wants to run out this clock, maybe make some good yardage here. He's got big yardage to the 45, to the 50. That's Haywood. He's going to be tackled at the Arkadelphia 35. There was a flag down, illegal block back at the 32-yard line. But Arkadelphia was in position and fast enough to catch Haywood, who's got great speed. If they decline that, we might just see both teams head to the locker room. That's what Arkadelphia's coaches are saying to the players, and they are headed to the locker room right now. Zeros on the clock. We have reached halftime. It is Arkadelphia 21, Camden-Fairview 20 in this very exciting half of football, and we've got more coming to you. Stay tuned for the halftime show. Arkadelphia Badgers football continues with that halftime show after this.
Cry-Like Pro Elite Realty in Arkadelphia utilizes innovative marketing strategies to attract buyers and sellers. We have built a strong reputation based on integrity, professionalism, and client satisfaction. Schedule a free consultation with one of our experts to discuss your real estate goals and get personalized advice. Cry-Like Pro Elite Realty has exclusive listings at the highly anticipated new subdivision, Northridge Estates. Stop by our offices at 203 South 26th Street or call 870-293-1111 for all the latest details.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803. This is the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb here. Jim Roth will be on with some first half statistics and what was a crazy first half. But we will first have the performance of the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band as they get set up on the field under the direction of Director Brandon Hanlon, Assistant Directors Lori Hanlon and Ryan Wilkerson. The band will do a couple of measures of their 2023 competition show, and we look forward to hearing from the band all season. This is the Southern Bancorp halftime show, and this year a new segment on the Southern Bancorp halftime show, the Southern Bancorp Student of the Week. And this week For our broadcast, the student of the week from Arkadelphia High School is senior Emily Young. Now listen to all these activities that Emily is involved in. She's a member of this Badger Pride marching band getting ready to perform on the field right now. She's been on the track because she's a member of the AHS cheer squad. She's also on the Arkadelphia High School Lady Badger volleyball squad. She's a member of the Future Business Leaders of America chapter at Arkadelphia High School. She's the Arkadelphia High School Student Council president, a member of the Arkadelphia High School Black History Committee, member of Educators Rising and Beta Club. Last year, in 2022-23, Emily was also the representative for Activity District 7 in the Arkansas Activities Association Student Advisory Council. That's not just Arkadelphia, that's all schools in Arkadelphia's Activity District, which is Arkadelphia, a lot of the teams and schools in Arkadelphia's conference, and several others in the southwest part of the state. So congratulations to our first Southern Bancorp Student of the Week, Emily Young, and Southern Bancorp will recognize her with the certificate, and we look forward to recognizing more students from across the campus of Arkadelphia High School at halftime through the rest of the season. Congratulations, senior Emily Young, and she is on this Arkadelphia High School, or in this band team, but first we are going to see the Camden. Boy, they just threw me for a loop, Jim. It's game one for me, too. This is the Camden-Fairview High School Band. We'll go ahead and let you hear the Camden High School Band, early part of their show, and then the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band after them.
Drum major.
Again, that was the Camden-Fairview Marching Band, and now we'll see the Arkadelphia High School Marching Band. It's first game for the players, the officials, the broadcasters, and even the streaming services. I understand that there have been significant issues on the streaming end of it, but hopefully you're watching us on the app, and if you have a friend who's not able to watch, tell them you're watching. You can either be mean and say, well, sorry, or you can tell them to go over to the Mascot Media app and select Arkadelphia, or the Arkadelphia Badger app, and they should be able to see the broadcast. Hopefully Mascot Media will be able to find the issue with the website. Again, the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band taking the field for their first performance, and we'll zoom in and see some of them as they get going. Again, we mentioned our first Arkadelphia High School Southern Bancorp Student of the Week, Emily Young, and she is standing right there on the 50 in the cheerleading uniform, as she is a member of the band, the cheer squad, and a lot of other activities that we read on the other before the break. So we'll stop now and let you hear the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. Well, while we have a few minutes, we'll let you know that our next broadcast will be next Thursday. It's a Thursday night game, as a Fearless Friday game will also be televised, but we want you to tune in here. You're probably thinking, well, if I can't watch it on the stream, why would I try next week? But we do want you to tune in to ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com or the Mascot Media app for our broadcast. And after the band performs, we will go over some first half statistics with Jim Rothwell, and we would like to also thank our sponsors. We'll take that time now as you see these commercials throughout the season. Thank those sponsors for helping bring this broadcast to you all season. Lots of these sponsors have been with us from the get-go 5 years ago when we started streaming in 2018, and we add new sponsors each year. So thank you to all of the sponsors for helping bring this Arkadelphia broadcast to you. And now I believe we're ready for the Badger Pride Marching Band.
Are Emma Nelson and Emily Young. The Arkadelphia High School public schools are proud to present in halftime performance with drum major Jancy Thomas, the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band. The Badger Pride Band is under the direction of Mr. Brandon Hanlon, with assistance from Mr. Ryan Wilkerson and Miss Lori Hanlon. Ladies and gentlemen, the Badger Pride Marching Band.
There was the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band, and we thought we were playing Camden-Fairview's band as well. We heard it in our system. There we go, Jim. Hang tight a second. There we go, Jim. Go ahead and put them on now. We thought everybody at home could also hear the Camden-Fairview band, but you couldn't, so they sounded really good. Trust me, it was a soul show, very exciting songs, and then you got to hear the Arkadelphia High School band, and that was the first part of their 2023 competition show, the first 8 measures, I think I remember some of the band members saying. So, hey, first game for everybody, right, Jim? And it was there was a little bit of all of it there in the first half. You have a first offensive play as a touchdown. You have a return kick for a touchdown on the ensuing kickoff. You have several turnovers from both teams. Other than that, not a whole lot went on in the first half.
Some big plays by both teams, a lot of inconsistency. We had fumbles, interceptions, some penalties, some dropped passes. Just sort of a typical first game, particularly a first half. Just coming out, some inconsistency. Looked good at times, both teams. And then there'd be something.
The times when they didn't.
Yeah, times not so good.
Take us through some of those first half statistics. Still a lot of points on the board. 41 points between the two teams. Lots of offensive numbers for both.
It started really fast. 2 touchdowns within less than 30 seconds. And I was over here going from spreadsheet to spreadsheet because I have different teams on each one, and it was a little. Had to get back into the groove after being away from it. But let's talk about Camden-Fairview first. The quarterback. Atkins, 9 out of 15, some big plays, particularly on the little short passes and the yardage after that. A couple times Arkadelphia's made some good tackles. I think it was the second pass. The receiver got nailed out there. But some big plays on that. They've got to come up quicker. They've got to be mindful of. But then Camden-Fairview has that speed to get by you, too. So you can't just sit on those receivers. So it's difficult to match up with. Arkadelphia does have a good secondary. I mean, you've got people that have come back, Middleton, Williams, and others there, Jones. They're experienced, so I think we'll see that. The defensive line's got to get a little bit more pressure on them. That's hard because that big offensive line.
That is one thing Coach Kaiser was saying before the game. He thought that was one area where Camden-Fairview, with their size and experience, big senior offensive line, might be able to take a little bit. But we have seen several of those young guys. Whit Alderson, LaJavis Moody wearing number 75 out there. Whit Alderson, a sophomore wearing 30. Nykeeson Wimberly got a lot of action last year. He's a junior wearing 56. So some young guys are having to grow up quickly, and we saw in the first half Camden-Fairview try to take advantage of some of that and get some yards up the middle.
That's true. One of the things with this heat, you always have to wonder about both lines, offensive and defense. And again, the more weight you carry, the more difficult it will be as the heat builds up. So we'll see how that plays out in the second half. I think the team that can manage the heat the best in this second half, you get a little break at halftime, but you really don't have time to recover.
Right.
You're just sort of accumulating all of that. So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond. For Arkadelphia, the offense centered around Cade McBride. I mean, rushing. He fumbled a couple of times, but if you add the yardage before he fumbled, it was 121 yards on 11 carries. So we had not seen that in the scrimmage, so that was different. Big plays that we expected from Evan Bailey, Purifoy. We haven't seen that consistent running game yet. Other than McBride, they really haven't done much in the running game. Reed or Buckley there.
21-20 Arkadelphia with the lead. The teams are in the end zone on their ends of the field doing their respective warm-ups. I believe they'll have the mandatory 3-minute warm-up period. I mean, warm up, stretch out. You're not calling it a warm-up tonight. Stretch out period. So we'll take one break. Jim, thanks for the stats as always, and we'll have a little smoother go of it as we go on the rest of the season.
Sure will.
All right, we'll be back with the second half of action. We are at halftime. The team, you see the Badgers there on the screen stretching to start the second half. They'll put the 3 minutes on the clock. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have Jeff Root and Chase Hartzell bring you the second half. This has been the Southern Bancorp Halftime Show, and we'll be back after this timeout on Arkadelphia, BadgerTV.com.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets.
Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo. It's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We are live at Badger Stadium. This is Jeff Root. Along with me is Chase Hartzell, and we're ready for second half action. Chase, what a first half it was. Lots of scoring in the first quarter. Second quarter plagued by turnovers really from both teams and a very close game. 1 point affair here at halftime. Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 20. Fairview did win the toss, though, at the beginning, and they decided to defer to the second half. That looks wise right now. They're going to get the ball to begin the second half here.
You're right, Jeff. A golden opportunity here for the Cardinals to try and take the lead. They haven't led at any point in this contest. There has been a tie or two in this one, but Arkadelphia has stepped up on special teams a couple times, especially in those extra point opportunities to prevent those extra scores, and now retaining a 1 point lead heading into the second half. But you know that Atkins Jr. and his offense, they're going to be energized coming out here of the locker rooms.
Deep to receive is Trent Haygood. He has a touchdown tonight with the offense, and Fairview has scored a touchdown tonight also on a kick return. That's where they got their first touchdown of the night, so Arkadelphia will be very careful with its special teams. Badgers do pride themselves on special teams. They work on it on a regular basis at practice, and it does pay off throughout the year. And now they're ready to defend this kickoff return. Line drive kick. It will be returnable from the 15. They'll pitch it back to Haywood. He'll go to the 20, 25-yard line, try to bounce it outside. He will get some good yardage. He'll turn the corner, but a flag goes down. I think that's going to be a blocking penalty, bring it back. Went out of bounds at about the 40, but they're going to start much farther back than that. 2 flags down on the far side.
Looks like there was a bit of a scuffle at the end of the play, too, so I don't know if that was one of the calls there tacked on at the end of the play, or if they were both for what looked to be a blocking penalty. on the return.
Several players blocking it. Could possibly be 2 illegal blocks. I'm not sure. One flag down at the 32, one at the 36. Same call. 2 officials saw it, apparently. Going to be holding against Fairview, trying to help their teammate around the edge, and they were caught holding. So they're going to push the ball back to the 23-yard line. First down and 10, Fairview. Not terrible field position, but not what they were hoping for on that return by Haywood. All right, Fairview's going to line up. Atkins did a nice job at quarterback his first half as the starting quarterback for Fairview, and he did a nice job in that half, mainly handing off. They went right after Arkadelphia with that big offensive line, but he did throw the ball well also. On first down and 10, Atkins wants to throw. He'll fire it to the sideline. There's a catch and a short run after the catch, short of the 30-yard line. They'll put it very close to the 30-yard line, and that's a pickup of 7.
Short but effective route there to the outside. Good short throw there from Atkins Jr. And, Jeff, you talked about the good job that Atkins did in that first half. You know, Atkins is replacing pretty special talent from Camden-Fairview a year ago in the form of Martavius Thomas, more of a run-first quarterback. Atkins more of a pocket passer, but he has stepped up to the challenge here tonight.
2nd and 3, running play. They're going to get some yardage. Tackle made out near the 35-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. Linebackers and safeties are coming up for those tackles, but this big offensive line leaning on the Badgers, smaller defensive line right now.
And now this offense that took its time in the first half starting to move up tempo a bit.
On first down, another handoff, and they'll go off tackle for yardage. Tackle made, but a good gain. He got nearly 10 yards. They might give him 10. Vantelberg on the tackle for Arkadelphia.
Porsche with another strong run up the middle. May sound a bit like a broken record in this one, but that speed burst has come in clutch yet again for the tailback for the Cardinals as he just continues to plow forward for extra yardage.
Now look to the sideline to get the call. 2 receivers top of your screen, 2 to the bottom of your screen. The running back is a good running back, only a sophomore in Porsche. Going to hand it to him. He's hit immediately this time. He'll get a little bit of yardage, but good work by the Badgers. Just a couple of yards. Brown on the tackle for Arkadelphia. They're going to line up. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Atkins at quarterback. Grown since last year, tall quarterback. And a flag goes down. They had movement, I believe. Going to back up Fairview. Both teams have made mistakes in penalties. Both teams have made mistakes in turnovers. But this has been a game in which both teams have really given it their whole heart. Both teams playing really hard tonight.
This has really felt like a heavyweight fight with 2 heavyweight, title contenders really feeling each other out. The momentum started out hot, but now both teams starting to settle into their game plan a little bit. It's been a great battle between 2 teams who, again, have proven themselves to be playoff, conference title, and even state title defenders over the last decade, and both wanting to get some great momentum to open up this season.
Ball spotted at the 43, back to pass. Quarterback looking for an open receiver, and he's got some room to run. He is going to run. He'll make yardage up to the 45, and he'll run out of bounds. Just to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard past it.
Atkins, again, doing a good job there. His options limited downfield, but he doesn't panic, stays within himself, runs to the left side, and is able to scurry for some good yardage, making this a 3rd and much more manageable.
Back of the football is just touching the Cardinals' 47-yard line. So 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9 for the Cardinals. 3 receivers top of the screen. Porsche is the running back. Atkins. They've been able to get yardage by throwing into the flat. Let's see if they'll do it again this play. Noah running play and right at the Badgers. There's a hit, but he struggles forward. Ooh, a good run after the hit. Might have gotten him a first down. form tackle, but he was able to bounce forward and stay on his feet for 2 more steps and get a first down at the Arkadelphia 43-yard line.
Another tendency breaker there running on 3rd and long. That's worked for the Cardinals a couple times tonight. No different here.
First down and 10, Arkadelphia 43-yard line for Fairview. First drive of the second half. And this time a good hit at the line of scrimmage and a gain of only 1 for the sophomore running back, Porche.
And again, this is a young Badgers defensive front. A lot of them getting their first reps at the varsity level, at least in a starting role in this one.
On the tackle for Arkadelphia was Wimberly. He'll play an important role this year. Second down, 9 yards to go. Tight formation this time. They're going to roll back and look for a pass back to the side. Wheel route's wide open. He's got the catch at the 20. He spins around one defender but steps out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Well, they changed the formation that time, and it worked, Chase.
And Haygood ran an excellent route to the left side. He's got such great field vision. But it looks like he's going to go down here with a cramp. Both of these teams have been well conditioned, though. You can tell that because despite the heat and the humidity tonight, this is the first player we've seen go down. And Haygood, he's been a busy man here tonight.
They're stretching out both legs, and that is going to cause a bit of a break in the action. And so we will take a break also. 8:26 left, third quarter. Arkadelphia 21, Fairview 20. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
Fairview to the line of scrimmage, first down and 10 at the Arkadelphia 18-yard line. They're going to run it right at Arkadelphia again with Porche, but the Badgers will fill up that hole. He's going to get some yardage, but not very much. Wimberly and company in on the tackle. Haygood had cramps in both legs, and he's been one of the real key players tonight for Fairview. Now, he might come back in the game, Chase, but once you come down with some cramps, it's hard to feel quite as good as before that. He had him in both legs, and he walked very slowly off the field. Second down for Fairview as they line up again quickly, and they'll look to the sideline for the play. They've discovered a good young run back in Porche, only a sophomore. Quarterback Atkins is a senior. They'll hand it off, but Arkadelphia is there in the backfield, and they'll stop him before he'll make it back to the line of scrimmage. Arkadelphia took the ball away, but I believe it was after the whistle blew. Badgers disappointed they won't come away with the ball, but it was a good defensive play.
I believe that was Moody coming up with the tackle there for the Badgers. Did a great job getting off of his block and containing the run that time, getting into the backfield, in fact, if not right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. Third down coming. We're down to 7:10 left, clock running. Third quarter going much more quickly than the first two quarters. Fairview trying to take its first lead of the night. Third down, and they need another 7. Back to pass, and now running the ball is the quarterback. He's wide open to the 10-yard line, to the 5, and he'll go down inside the 3-yard line. Some wide open running. We have seen Atkins run to the sideline and run out of bounds, but that time it was so open he headed for the end zone and almost got there.
The Cardinals doing a great job of spacing things out right there. Took the defenders in all different directions. That allowed for a gap up the middle, so all that Atkins had to do was he had to sneak past that defensive front. and it was off to the races. Good job there by the secondary, tripping him up and preventing a score. But it'll be a fresh set of downs now, and the Cardinals inside the 5, knocking on the door of the end zone, looking for their first lead of the night.
Caleb Tate has checked in for Fairview. He is their best runner when they're near the goal line. Now he's going to block, and the quarterback will run it, and he'll make the touchdown and take the lead for the first time for Fairview here in the first drive of the second half. They had checked in Lockhart as a quarterback, and he scored running the ball behind Tate. First lead of the night for Fairview. Arkadelphia has not had the ball yet here in the second half. They're going to leave Tate in, and I believe Lockhart's going to line up and run the Wildcat formation. They're going to go for 2. They've only tried the 1-point conversion once. It was blocked. Only a 5-point lead right now. They're going to try to make it 7 with a 2-point conversion. He'll run the ball to the left side. He is going to make it. He is in, and it is a 28-21 score. Nice lead. First lead of the night for Fairview on a powerful drive to start the second half. 6:45 left, third quarter. We'll be back with Arkadelphia's first possession of the second half in just a moment. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler says, "Go Badgers!"
Well, Arkadelphia came to line up, and the officials told them to go back to the sideline. I think we're taking a little extra break here because of the heat. We've had one player go down with cramps, and so the officials are saying, everybody take a moment, get a little drink, and then we'll resume action. Not unusual to see this after the heat that we have seen in Arkadelphia in the last week.
High temperatures throughout the week, constantly flirting with triple digits, if not above them. Tonight has really been the coolest night we've had here in the Delph recently. Temperatures now down in the 80s, but again, that humidity still playing a role. We've seen it in the moisture that's been on the ball. We've seen several fumbles tonight, but like you mentioned, Jeff, these are two well-conditioned teams, but cramps still striking here tonight.
So Fairview had his first lead of the night, and let's see if we see another onside kick. They tried one, and Arkadelphia recovered it in the first half. They tried a second time, and the ball did not go 10 yards. So they've tried it twice and have not been able to recover an onside kick. But Arkadelphia is set up as if that is what they are expecting. And he will kick it long, but to the sideline, and immediately, just lands out of bounds, not close. Arkadelphia will have good field position to get started. The Arkadelphia offense, I can only remember one drive when they were just stopped cold by the defense of Fairview. Otherwise, they've moved the ball, but they've had turnovers.
3 turnovers thus far on the night, a couple of fumbles at the end of long runs, and then really an unfortunate interception that just slipped through, and defender was in the right place at the right time. But Arkadelphia, they've shown that they can move the ball. It'll just be a matter of holding on to it and making sure that they can take it all the way down to the end zone. But if those first drives are any indication, this team is well capable of that. And here we go, 1st and 10. The Badgers good field position at their own 35-yard line.
Buckley is the running back who has checked in beside McBride, and he'll get the ball first. He's got some room up to the 40-yard line. He'll spin, make it to the 41-yard line. Good run, and a flag goes down at the end of the play. And the officials are talking with the couple of Arkadelphia players, but I think this might go against Fairview unless it's a blocking penalty. Let's see.
McBride got hit hard at the end of that play, maybe wanting a late hit call there as a defensive lineman sent him to the turf long after the ball had left the vicinity.
The officials are going to have a conversation with each other, and let's see what the verdict is going to be. The run was a good one, pick up of 6 yards, but let's see what the penalty will be. A couple of Fairview players are clapping, but we don't have an official signal yet. 2 officials visiting. Now here comes the call. Now they're going to talk to Arkadelphia's head coach. Well, as we wait for the call, I should have brought a copy of War and Peace with me. I could read to you. Although you do want a good explanation, and Coach Shucker is getting that from the official. Not sure if he agrees with the explanation, but he's getting one. Now 6:35 left. We're in the third quarter. Fairview leads at 28-21. Now another flag goes down. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we've got players who are excited to be here tonight, but perhaps not behaving as one would wish. And they have just sent a player out of the game, and it's going to be the Arkadelphia quarterback. And so, new quarterback will come in. Now, they also had a dead ball foul, I believe, against Fairview, so I think the ball is going to stay at the 41-yard line. Let's see if that is indeed the case. The officials are explaining this to a couple of Arkadelphia Badgers who are just asking what happened, and I can't tell you what happened. McBride seemed to be very, very calm, but he will have to leave the game. Ball at the 41-yard line. It is second down. Box reading first down, but I believe it's second down. 4 yards to go. The quarterback for Arkadelphia, he's going to hand it off on his first play into the game here in the second half, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Good run by Buckley. The quarterback is a good young quarterback, Maddox Finley. Didn't necessarily expect to play tonight, but played a lot against Lake Hamilton in the scrimmage and looked good. So we'll see him perhaps throw the ball tonight. On that first play, he handed off. They didn't give a good spot like I expected, so it's 3rd down and 1. Now he will throw the ball, and it's complete, and that's a first down. He got it out to Bailey. A first down, and we are so glad to tell you that is a Welch Funeral Home first down. Arkadelphia needed one. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Badgers. Pass and catch. First pass of the night completed from Maddox Finley. Buckley, the running back. Arkadelphia is showing some enthusiasm to get back in this after that previous call.
Finley trying to get the defense to jump off sides there.
Running play, Buckley up the middle. Not a big hole to run through, but he's going to get positive yardage across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Gain of 3. Arkadelphia not afraid to throw the ball with a young quarterback. But they've got a good running game with Buckley and Reed as well.
And don't forget Jaquavis Purefoy, who also has a running touchdown in this one.
He does indeed on a reverse play. Worked beautifully. Ball just across the 50. They're going to run it again. This is Buckley. He'll break 1 tackle. He'll break a 3rd. He cannot break the 4th and 5th tacklers who come in, and that is just really back to the line of scrimmage.
And Buckley is a smaller running back, but he is so strong, able to withstand a couple hits there before finally being taken down by a sizable Camden-Fairview defensive line. One of the largest the Badgers are going to see this year. And now we'll see how Arkadelphia does here on 3rd and medium.
Arkadelphia will give it to Purefoy. Purefoy with good speed will have a first down inside the 40-yard line. The end around to Purefoy worked, and Arkadelphia is still on the move.
Purefoy so explosive, especially on the sweep right there, able to get to the outside. That's his bread and butter, is to get to the outside and try to make it a foot race. He was able to outrace the linebackers, Couldn't get all the way around the secondary, but he had more than enough for a Welch Funeral Home first down.
Ball at the 38-yard line of Fairview. Arkadelphia still in business. Finley at quarterback. To his left is Buckley. Arkadelphia trying to drive and retake the lead. He'll throw the ball to the right side, and he'll throw incomplete. Well, the pressure was coming, so it looked like he threw that one away. It's probably a good decision. 2nd down and 10.
And that's a great play there by a young quarterback. Didn't have many options, but didn't panic, was able to throw the ball away instead of forcing himself into a mistake.
Arkadelphia is going to line up Purifoy, Bailey, and Rogers on the right side of the line of scrimmage. Atkins to the top of the screen. Rolling to his right. Finley looks downfield. He'll fire it. It is incomplete. Trying to get it to Rogers. Hit hard as he tried to catch the ball at the 32-yard line. He could not hold on. 3rd down coming.
This is a fast and physical Camden-Fairview defense, and they're showing it in prime fashion here on this drive. Just flying to the ball, making things difficult, but Finley and his offense, they're not going down without a fight here. We'll see what they draw up on 3rd and long.
Probably 4-down territory here. 3rd down and 10. Finley with Buckley next to him. Fairview just about jumped off sides. No flag, though. No flag. And now we're back to action, back to pass. Finley will throw across the middle, incomplete. Just led his receiver too much. Trying to get it to Atkins. It's 4th down and 10.
Big play coming up for both teams right here. Looks like the Badgers are going to have their sophomore quarterback alone in the backfield. Almost got the same defender to jump down there on the defensive line.
Oh, they've almost pulled him off about 3 times now, but not quite. On 4th down and 10, Finley under some pressure. They're coming after him. He steps up. Now he wants to run. He's going to get some yardage, but not enough for a first down. They're going to bring him down at the 32-yard line, about 4 yards short.
The quarterback runs the football for the Badgers.
He lost his helmet, but he's okay. That's good to see. Finley with an admirable job checking into the ball game, but they could not come up with a 4th down conversion, and so Fairview will take over. This is the first time that Fairview has had both the lead and the football. Dangerous spot, but the Badger defense comes back onto the field to try to turn this game around. 3rd quarter action, 4 minutes, 21 seconds left in the contest.
Spotted at the 32, 1st and 10.
Atkins at quarterback wants to throw to the flat. He will get it out to Lockhart, who tries to turn upfield before he's got the ball, and he dropped it. 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
And it looked like Atkins and Lockhart initially miscommunicated on that one. Looked like Atkins threw it a little bit further to the left than Lockhart was originally anticipating. He made the adjustment, but as he was doing so, he was thinking about turning upfield. Just a lot going on at once. Ball falls to the ground. And it's now 2nd down for the Cardinals. We'll see how they adjust here on 2nd and long.
On 2nd down, they'll throw it again. It goes to the sideline. There's a good catch, a run after the catch, some good yardage. And that's about 10, maybe 11 yards. Going to be a first down.
And that's Trent Haygood on the catch that time. We were wondering if he would be back into the ball game. He seems to be doing just fine right now.
Flag down back at the line of scrimmage, though. Let's see what this is. Going to be an illegal block, a hold against Fairview. So that's not a first down after all. On the far side, there was a flag back at the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark this one off, and it's going to be a long yardage situation for the Cardinals. We're in a situation here, a lot of time left, still in the 3rd quarter, Chase, but you feel the momentum shifting now toward Fairview. The Badger defense on this 2nd down and long play, you know, they're just looking for a big play to kind of turn this game back around.
Well, they've been out there for a long time here in this 2nd half. About a 6-minute drive to open up the half.
Running play, some yardage there, but Arkadelphia will make a sure tackle at the 25-yard line and drive him back. And so it is 3rd down and long.
And this could be a great opportunity for the Badgers to get a stop right here, set up the offense for a chance to try and go down the field and tie it.
Vantelberg is injured on that play, and he'll come out. It's an important third play without their leader on defense. He'll get a little attention on the sideline. Third down and long yardage. Back to pass. Adkins looks to the sideline, looks to the middle of the field. Now he wants to run. Now he'll fire the ball downfield and throws a completion to the 40, to the 50. Good yardage from Lockhart all the way down inside the 35-yard line. But a flag is down way back in the backfield. We might have another hold. Tell you what, you just see some talent, some really great effort, but both teams plenty of mistakes. It's the first game of the year. It's a hot night. I think we're going to see, as the old adage says, a lot of progress between the first and second game for both of these teams.
And both of these teams are very talented, well-coached squads. But again, Jeff, it's the opening week of the season. You're still ironing out those issues. This is your first time playing in a real live game sequence against another talented squad, this one counting towards the record. But both of these teams have shown flashes of brilliance, and it looks like both of these teams could be poised for excellent seasons ahead. It'll be interesting to see how this one wraps up because it's been a great start to this ball game.
Going to mark the ball all the way back to the 17-yard line. They're going to make it up to the 42 for a first down. It's third down, pressure on the quarterback. He'll avoid it. He runs to the sideline and just throws the ball away. So it's fourth down, and they're going to have to punt. Fourth down and a half mile for Fairview. Arkadelphia should get good field position out of this. 3:02 left. We're still in the third quarter. A lot of football left tonight.
Arkadelphia doing a great job there of driving the ball backwards, although some of those were self-inflicted wounds via penalties for the Cardinals. We'll see if those mistakes come back to bite them here in terms of field position, as it looks like Atkins Jr. is going to be the one to punt it away for the Cardinals.
Arkadelphia will send Williams back to have a chance to return this. It's a very high kick. Williams is hit before the ball gets there. Goodness, that's not even close. Not even close. He just leveled him, and the ball was still above their heads. Well, Williams is okay. That's the best news I can give you about that. Bad decision by the defender is going to cost yardage to Fairview. Fairview with the upper hand, the lead. Arkadelphia without its starting quarterback, but Fairview shot itself in the foot with a couple of holding calls and then with a early hit on punt coverage. Goodness. Ball was already inside the 50, and they're going to mark this off against the Cardinals. Coach Shucker, offensive coaches, talking to the Arkadelphia Badgers, especially the new quarterback in the game for Arkadelphia, and that would be Maddox Finley, in for his second series as the Badger quarterback. They're going to put the ball all the way down to the 32-yard line. First down and 10. Badgers just 32 yards away from a game-tying touchdown, down by 7. Finley lines up at quarterback. Next to him is Buckley. Flags. I thought there was a flag going down because I thought a defensive end got an early start. Now Buckley's going to try to get some yardage. He'll get a little bit before he is tackled. Let's see where the spot is. Just good timing by the defensive end. My fault, no flag on the play. Going to spot him at the 31-yard line, so a pickup of only 1. He tried to go around a defender and gave up a yard or so. Good effort by Buckley, but it didn't work out that time. Second down, 9 yards to go. Finley at quarterback. They're coming after him. The blitz is on. They're going to get there and drag him down at the 37-yard line. You got a new quarterback in, a young guy who hasn't played varsity football. What do? Well, you blitz him. You send people after him.
Indeed, they did blitz him around the left side right there, and you could tell that Finley was doing his best to make an adjustment on the fly that time, but there was a flock of Cardinals flying in on him quickly, and they took him down in the backfield.
Ball at the 38-yard line. It is third down and long for Arkadelphia. Finley at quarterback has a man in motion. Arkadelphia wants to throw it. A pass incomplete. Looked like a miscommunication that time between the receiver and the quarterback, and it's fourth down for the Badgers. This drive started at the 32-yard line of Fairview. Now it's 4th down from the 38-yard line as they lost some yardage on that sack. See what the Badgers can come up with on 4th down. Third quarter is ticking away, 1:34 left in the third. Finley at quarterback. Expect them to come after him. They're going to send a couple of linebackers, but he will throw the ball. That's a completion. Ooh, dropped at the 30-yard line. I thought he had it, but incomplete at the 30-yard line. Would not have been enough for a first down, and so Arkadelphia has turned it over on downs, and Fairview has it right back.
Evan Bailey clearly frustrated with himself after that play, but he was doing his best to extend the play. And as you mentioned, Jeff, even if he had brought down the ball that time, it would have been well short. He was just trying to make sure he could extend the play as far as possible, and in the process just wasn't able to secure the ball.
So that big offensive line for Fairview will line up. Let's see if they throw it or run it right at Arkadelphia. A new running back has checked in for Fairview. They'll fake it to him and throw it to the sideline. There's a completion, a good catch. Williams has a chance and will bring him down. He saved a touchdown at the 25-yard line of Arkadelphia. And Fairview is on the move. They went for it on first down, and they got it.
Again, it's that straight route down the right sideline. Atkins able to find his man. It was a foot race down to the right side. The Cardinals have great speed. That's the kind of situations they want to be in isolation. Great catch there on the run by McCoy. And he gets a great gain for the Cardinals, taking them near the red zone.
Ball to the 25-yard line of Arkadelphia. First down and 10 for the Cardinals. They have a 7-point lead in the game, and they are driving. Defense for Arkadelphia has been on the field for most of the third quarter. Here is a running play up the middle. There's some yardage, holding on to the football as he goes down inside the 20-yard line. Is his first carry of the night for the new running back. And for Fairview, this is Justin Frazier, listed as a linebacker, also plays running back on occasion, 5'8", 180 pounds. He's a junior, made a nice run. Porche back in at running back now. That was a gain of 6, second down, 4 yards to go. Between 3 and 4 yards to go. We're under 20 seconds left in the third quarter. And they're going to hand off. Here's Porche looking for the corner. He will not make a first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 8 seconds left. Player knocked out of bounds. And now they're saying to wind the clock. And they will. So we're down to 5 seconds left. Fairview is not going to get off another play in the third quarter, and we're going to go to the fourth. That is it. The end of the third quarter. The third quarter has favored Fairview as the Cardinals have taken the first lead of the game for the 5A school, and they lead at 28-21 moving into the fourth quarter of action. We'll be back. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
With over 25 years in the financial services industry, Blake Bell of Bell Wealth Services has the knowledge, services, and process to handle your financial planning needs. Planning that includes business, retirement, education, and longevity. A process that includes deep discovery, customization, execution with diligence, and careful ongoing money management. Clients that include business owners, families, and individuals, and retirees. Are you ready? Let's uncover the possibility of working together. Visit Bell Wealth Services located next to the courthouse, downtown Arkadelphia, or at our website, www.bellwealthservices.com. Services offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
Third down for Fairview. As we start the fourth quarter of action, Fairview with a 7-point lead. Extra blocker in the formation, tight formation this time for Fairview. And Arkadelphia, no, it's Fairview. Fairview has called timeout. The official signaled Fairview. Now, I think the Fairview coaches were unhappy with the formation, I think, and they are not happy with their players right now. But their players are winning the game with a good third quarter. It's a 7-point lead for Fairview. Chase, I tell you what, Arkadelphia just looking for a big play. Only down by 7, but they're backed up right now. Third down and short. This is a huge play in this football game.
Great opportunity here for the defense to make a stand. It's going to be tough here against an offense who has proven to be very successful running the ball thus far and sometimes even using a bit of a tendency breaker to throw that ball out. But it looks like here we may, in fact, see a bit of a wildcat formation.
Yeah, they're going to send in Tate again along with Lockhart. Tate's a good blocker, powerful runner. Lockhart, athletic, and he'll run the ball behind Tate. He will be hit, but he'll make a first down inside the 10-yard line. Flag goes down, though, in a spot that might be a blocking foul. Boy, Fairview has struggled with that here in the third quarter. Would have been a first down, but it's going to come back. So, new life for the Badgers.
And that's not the first time that the Cardinals have had a momentum-stopping penalty on a big play like that. The Cardinals, again, carving their work out for themselves. Going to have a longer distance to go now as this will back all the way past the original line of scrimmage down to the 32-yard line. And that should make it third and about 12 for Camden-Fairview.
Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 27. And Fairview will send Atkins back in the game. They're going to change the formation a bit. They'll send 3 receivers to the top of the screen. No running back in the formation, and the new receivers coming in to check out on the right side, the bottom of your screen. On third down and 12, Atkins, who's played well at quarterback, and now flags go down. Is it a flag or another timeout? It's another timeout. Fairview has called another timeout. They're doing a lot of coaching with timeouts tonight, and it has on occasion worked well for them. Another timeout is called, so we're going to take a break. 11:45 left in the football game. It's Fairview 28, Arkadelphia 21. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
The Board of Directors at South Central Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fulfill a need other internet providers were not able to provide in our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.net or call 855-269-3429.
Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters is locally owned and operated by James and Tara Rollins, who were both raised here and continue to be active in our community. Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters offers a variety of services from engine and transmission replacements to brakes, front end alignments, tire repair and replacement, and engine diagnosis on most makes and models. Stop by Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters at 1802 Pine Street or give them a call today at 870-210-5269. Supporting Arkadelphia for years, Arkadelphia Tire and Outfitters said.
Arkadelphia blitz on third down and 12, but Atkins will escape it inside the 15. He runs out of bounds, and I think he might have a first down by a half yard. Oh, goodness. What a good run by Atkins. Arkadelphia did blitz from the side, but Atkins got around the blitzer and got a first down by a half yard just inside the 15. First down and 10.
And just another instance there where you have to tip your cap to the Cardinal quarterback Atkins. He's been able to adjust on the fly all game long. His team with their backs against the wall, they're trying to get that first down to keep the drive alive, and he does just that by scrambling out to the right side and getting just enough yardage for that big first down.
Frazier is in at running back, and they're going to hand it to him. Up the middle he will go. He's hit, but he's going to fall forward and make a little bit of yardage near the 10-yard line.
It's been a long second half for this defense. They've been out there for a long time, but again, it's been that bend, don't break mentality that Arkadelphia has had for several years now. Again, though, when you have such a talented rushing offense, as Camden-Fairview does, sometimes you're going to see some cracks there, and Camden-Fairview's been able to capitalize on the weak spots they've found throughout this contest.
On second down, Atkins will hand off. Porche is hit at the line of scrimmage. Good effort by Arkadelphia. And this defense is not giving up. As you said, Chase, they have really played a lot of downs in the second half, but they are still fighting.
And really, it's taken even greater effort here in the second half to score on the Badgers than it did in the first. We saw 2 quick scores for the Cardinals, but these last few scoring drives for Camden-Fairview, they've taken a long time. That opening scoring drive of the half, that was nearly a 6-minute drive.
Ball is at the 9-yard line. They've got to get just inside the 5 for a first down. And this is a Wildcat formation and good yardage. To the 5-yard line, he's going to make it. That's a touchdown once again for Lockhart in the Wildcat.
You mentioned Wildcat formation, Jeff, but right there, a big factor was the block by Caleb Tate. Did a great job creating that space to the outside for his teammate Lockhart. And Lockhart, so quick on the outside, he's able to skirt in easily for the touchdown. And now Camden-Fairview with a chance to extend its lead to 2 scores. That's the first time that we'll have a team up by multiple scores here tonight.
I think they might try an extra point this time. Maybe. No, they're going to go for 2 again. Lockhart in. The Wildcat has worked. They'll try it again on the 2-point conversion. He's got it. He's moving to his left. He cuts it up the field, and he's going to make it. He's a good running back, even though he is a receiver by trade. He's good in the Wildcat, and he gets the 2-point conversion. So with that, it's a 15-point lead. It is Fairview 36, Arkadelphia 21. 9:58 left in this football game. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
You belong at Patterson Federal Credit Union. No matter your financial needs, Patterson has products to help. We offer all types of accounts, savings, Christmas club, and a variety of checking accounts, including one specially tailored to teenagers. Certificates and IRAs are also available. If you're in need of a loan, we can help you with auto, recreation, personal, and home loans. Patterson Credit Union has several strategies to help build or repair credit, including our own credit card program, credit builder loans, and financial counseling. We're proud to have served Clark County for 65 years and look forward to many more years to come.
R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud to sponsor this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit one of our Arkadelphia locations, located at each I-30 exit, or our new Tiger Mart store located on 10th and Pine in Arkadelphia. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say, "Go Badgers."
Fourth quarter action coming your way. Arkadelphia set to receive the kickoff. Fairview's touchdown and 2-point conversion makes it a 15-point game. Fairview 36, Arkadelphia 21. Arkadelphia has struggled without its starting quarterback here in the second half, and they need a big play. Let's see if they get one on the kickoff. Instead, it's going to roll out of bounds. He's kicked it out of bounds more often than inbounds, but it does prevent a long run back. Arkadelphia will take over at its own 35-yard line.
Number 78 hits the ball.
That's in part because Lindsey is actually a tackle by trade. He's taken over kicking roles here tonight. Almost had an effective onside kick earlier in the contest, but unfortunately for him, just fell a bit short. Had a bit of trouble early in the game, and those struggles have continued a little bit here into the second half with Command trying to keep it inside the lines. But as you mentioned, Jeff, it's been sufficient in keeping the Badgers from getting those big returns.
From its own 36-yard line, Arkadelphia High School will have the possession. Quarterback is Maddox Finley. Young quarterback, seeing varsity action in the very first game of the season. Handoff, now run up the middle, a little bit of yardage there. He'll get about 7 on the run. That's Buckley again on the carry for Arkadelphia. Badgers going to line up quickly. They want to move fast. All right, I like it. The offense is going to try to work up-tempo on this possession. They'll throw to the sideline. This is a run by Tristan Smith after the catch, but he's hit immediately and will gain about a yard. Third down coming.
Travian Weaver with the open field tackle that time, halting momentum before the wideout could really get going. Badgers taking their time here for the third down play.
Here's a running play in traffic. Arkadelphia fighting, pushing, trying to get the yardage, but they're going to be about a yard short. 4th down and 1 coming.
And given how manageable it is and given the lead that Camden-Fairview currently possesses, it wouldn't be a surprise here to see the Badgers going for it near the middle of the field.
The ball is just across the 45-yard line, so it's less than a yard that they need. Badgers need less than a yard. Same formation, 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen. Buckley is the running back. Quarterback Finley calling the play. They are ready to charge the line of scrimmage, looking for Buckley to carry the ball here on 4th and less than 1. Finley walks up to the line of scrimmage, talks to his offensive line, and now Arkadelphia calls timeout. Probably a good decision there by the coaches. Make sure everybody's on the same page, and a very important 4th down in less than a yard. 8:27 left. We're in the 4th quarter. 36 for Fairview, 21 for Arkadelphia. We'll be back after this. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Arkadelphia lines up in a power formation. Under center, the quarterback will keep it, and it is just going to be very close. He didn't go forward very much, and the spot is very, very close. He didn't need much, and the spot might give him a first down. They're probably, I don't know, they might have to measure this, even though they're going to spot the ball right at the 46. I think it's a good enough spot. Oh, are they going to measure? I think it's a good enough spot that he's got it, but let's see. No, they're going to measure. They are going to measure. Fairview thought they stopped him because he landed at the 45, but forward progress was up to the 46-yard line. And I think the ball is now past the 46. No, it's very close. I will stop trying to guess and just say, let's wait and see what the measurement says. Arkadelphia certainly needs this to be a first down. We'll see. 4th down play. Is it a first down for the Badgers? Stretching the chains. Now they're having trouble with the chains. Now they got it. First down. First down, Arkadelphia. That is a Welch Funeral Home first down when Arkadelphia desperately needed one. First down, Badgers at their own 46-yard line and a few inches. Badgers line up. Bailey top of the screen. They're going to send Purifoy on that side as well, along with Williams. The quarterback, a youngster, can throw the ball, but Arkadelphia wants to run on first down. And a good run, 7, 8, 9 yards. What a good run by Buckley.
Buckley with a strong run there, combining the agility with the strength to cut through to defenders, stand a few of them up in the process, and extend that play near the first down marker, just about a yard short. But Arkadelphia in good shape here on 2nd and 1.
2nd down and 1, 45-yard line of Fairview. Finley at quarterback, wants to throw the ball. He'll throw it across the middle. That's complete. That's a first down. That's a good run after the catch to the 35 to the 33-yard line. Arkadelphia, with its young quarterback, is on the move.
Just a short route there over the middle for a Welch Funeral Home first down, but it's very effective as the Badgers continuing to roll here, and Finley looking to settle in here against the Cardinals.
That was Buckley on the catch. Now they're going to fake the end around, and Buckley's going to, this is Finley that's going to run it. He will make it a yard or so, and then they're going to throw him down way back at the 39-yard line, but forward progress should give him a little bit of a gain. I don't think the spot's going to be particularly good. They're going to put it at the, they're going to say lost yardage. Goodness. Not the spot I was looking for. Loss of a couple at 2nd and 12. Maddox Finley, young quarterback, competing well, trying to get his Badgers back in the game. Here's a pass. That's complete to the 30-yard line, to the 29-yard line. Good pass.
Good pass and an even better catch there from Nick Williams in traffic, able to secure the ball. And although it doesn't get the first down, it does make this a much more manageable third down situation. And the Badgers just starting to chip away at that defense. And we've got
there's
a Cardinal down. And you could tell that one was a cramp right there. His leg just came out from under him.
Fairview player trying to get off the field, and he couldn't quite get off before he went down with the cramp. Now he's up, walks across the field, and I'm not sure if he had a very quick recovery or what happened over there, but he fell down and he blew the whistle and he got up and walked off. So I'm glad he's okay. 6:35 left, fourth quarter. Fairview by 15, Arkadelphia driving. Let's keep it right here during this break. And again, it's a hot night, but it's not as hot as it has been. And we think for next week's game, which is an early game on Thursday, it's going to be cooler weather. We haven't seen Arkadelphia Badgers go down with cramps. That's a good sign this team is really ready to play the season. They have practiced in the heat. They know what to do to be ready for a game in hot weather. They have that part of their preparation under control. They've just got to work on correcting the mistakes they've made tonight, especially in the second quarter and the third quarter.
And if you want to see all the work that goes into that conditioning, look no further than Bobby Evans' social media pages on Twitter, now known as X, or even Facebook. He's posted a lot of videos showing what this team has done to stay in shape over the course of the summer. Jeff, that includes running up the dike at DeGray Lake in the middle of summer heat. Not an easy task, but that's part of the reason why this team is so well prepared for a situation like this.
So Arkadelphia is not out of it, folks. It's been a struggle in the second half for sure. Maddox Finley, only a sophomore, expected to be the quarterback of the future, not expected to play a major role tonight, but on this drive he has been up to the task. And let's see if the Badgers can finish it out. They do face a third down, and it's 3rd down and 6. Finley at quarterback. He's got Buckley next to him, who's been big on this drive. He wants to throw. Big blitz on. He'll throw across the middle, incomplete. Well defended. And they really came at Finley. Got a good pass off, but it was well defended and broken up. Wagner was the intended receiver.
And that was a great adjustment on the fly there by Adrian King, able to cut off the wideout for Arkadelphia, trying to cut across the middle.
4th down in Arkadelphia, you just got to go for it. 4-down territory. 4th down, 6 yards to go. They're going to come after the quarterback. They do. He's looking for a chance to throw. He's retreating. He does throw it downfield. It is incomplete. Almost got it to Bailey over there. Would have been still a little bit short of a 1st down. And Arkadelphia turns it over on downs. So unfortunate they couldn't finish the drive, but Finley showed some real promise on that drive. Buckley looked good on the drive, but in the end they couldn't make the 4th down conversion. Part of that was good defense as well by Fairview. This is a good Fairview team. They have made their fair mistakes tonight as well, but they have a chance to compete well in Class 5A. 6:22 left. Fairview with a 15-point lead and the ball. Let's see if they go for more points or maybe just continue to run the ball at Arkadelphia. They've had some success with that with the big offensive line they have. Running play up the middle, going to be a short gain. Checking in at running back is, I think, Tate. Let's see. No, they have Haygood back in there. He just ran straight ahead that time instead of bouncing it outside as he often does. The gain on 1st down was 3 yards. On 2nd and 7, Atkins is back in. Atkins, the new quarterback for Fairview, has done a nice job. He's a senior, well prepared. He was ready for his debut as the starter. They'll throw it out into the flat. It's incomplete. And the whistle blows. That was almost a lateral, but it was a forward pass and incomplete. 3rd down coming.
And with time running down, opportunities are limited. This needs to be a big stop here for the Arkadelphia defense. They've done their job thus far, preventing that 1st down. But again, the Cardinals have proven it. They've been able to improvise on the fly throughout this contest. Atkins Jr. has stepped up to the challenge in most situations, found a way to convert. But right now, the home team needing a big stop against a formidable 5A South opponent.
Pass on third down, knocked down, incomplete. What a nice play defensively by Arkadelphia.
Pass batted down by Arkadelphia's number 59.
Skylar McClure with the big play. He got a paw up and knocked that down. Almost knocked it to himself. Little interception return for a touchdown would have made this game look different, but it's still a great play just to knock it down and create a fourth down situation for Camden-Fairview. One would think in their situation with a 2-touchdown lead, they would just punt this ball away, but let's see what they'll decide to do. He will punt. And it's going to be Haywood that put his foot into the ball. It's going to bounce inside the Arkadelphia 40 and roll down to the 33-yard line. So Arkadelphia will get the ball back. Good work by the defense. Still 5:30 left in the game. Badgers need 2 touchdowns, and they'll send their sophomore quarterback out to try to make that happen here momentarily. We'll keep it right here and Chase talk about the fact that the Arkadelphia Badgers fought back on that possession defensively, and so they still have a chance in this game. They just need a big play to happen for them offensively.
And we saw a big play early in this contest with the score on the first drive, a 64-yard scoring strike. You'd like much of the same right here. But what we've seen from the Badgers more recently has been those slow, methodical drives. There's still enough time to where if you want to break it down into a few plays, you don't have to have that home run hitter. But again, time becoming a little bit of an enemy here for the Badgers. They're just going to have to keep an eye on that clock and keep the ball moving forward.
Badgers line up, first down and 10. At their own 33-yard line, and they're going to pitch it and do an end around. This is Purefoy looking for space. He finds some. Good run up to the 40, breaks the tackle to the 45, to the 50. Flag goes down. He's going to make it to the 30-yard line, to the 25 and out of bounds. Flag went down back at the 42-yard line, and a Badger went down as well.
There's a flag on the play.
Injury on the play for Arkadelphia. Great run by Purefoy, but a flag is down and there's an injury, and it's going to be a holding call against Arkadelphia. Maddox Atkins getting some attention on the sideline as he was injured on the play. But he is seeing some attention, apparently an ankle perhaps.
It didn't look like your standard cramp right there. It looked like his right leg folded in somewhat awkwardly there. Don't know if it was the ankle or the lower leg, and you can tell he is visibly frustrated right now. He wants to be out there on that field, but he's just going to have to sit this one out. Can hardly stand down there, and he'll have to watch his teammates here as they look to try and win this game.
Arkadelphia, after the penalty, will have first down again, 1st and 11. And here's a long pass. They're looking for the receiver, Buckley, and it is incomplete. Well defended again by Fairview. Not a bad pass, but Buckley couldn't quite get to it. So he was also trying to get around a defender.
And on that defensive play, some of the usual suspects for the Cardinals secondary, that's Travion Weaver and Adrian King. Both of them have been flying to the ball all night long. D'Angelo Buckley running a nice route that time, but just couldn't get enough space. King, as well as Weaver, matching him step for step and making sure that resulted in incompletion.
Handoff, and there's nowhere to go. Well defended by the Cardinals. Good work to fall forward, but just back to the line of scrimmage. And it's third down coming. Third down coming. Clock ticks away. We're under 5 minutes to play in the game.
That is
Buckley wants to check back in, but the coaches are going to stop him. So Arkadelphia will try a younger running back into the formation. And they're going to do the end around again. Here is Purefoy looking for somewhere to run. He'll give up some space. He tries to run around defenders, changes ground, changes direction again. He'll make it to the sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds somewhere near the 30, 31-yard line. That's an amazing run to get a short gain. He just wanted to try to make a big play and try to keep it alive, but eventually they knocked him out of bounds with a short gain. So it's fourth down coming, and the Badgers are going to need 13 yards. 4th down and 13. Badgers line up as if to go for it. Let's see if that's the case or if this will turn into a kick. Now Finley will back up and will kick it. Line drive kick, no one is deep, and it will take an Arkadelphia bounce inside the 30, inside the 25, 20-yard line. It'll keep rolling all the way down to the 18-yard line. First down for Fairview. Good punt by Finley. 4:10 left in this football game. Fairview has the ball and a 15-point lead. Arkadelphia had a 21-20 lead at halftime, but it slipped away in the third quarter, and the Badgers have been unable to score in the second half. Atkins at quarterback. Might see him run the ball. We do. Right at the Badgers. Not much of a gain as Arkadelphia controls the ball, and they force a fumble. Arkadelphia tries to pick it up. Now they are going to pick it up. That game is still active. That's a touchdown, Arkadelphia. That's a touchdown, Arkadelphia. He was so close to being down, but the ball was separated from the running back. The Arkadelphia Badgers fought for it, picked it up, and scored a defensive touchdown.
And that's why you play to the whistle right there. Kelburn Middleton able to pick up the ball after the forced fumble. Fumbled it around a little bit himself trying to get a grip on it, but finally comes up with it, keeps his composure, runs it right into the end zone. What a night it's been for him. And now the Badgers all of a sudden right back in it, one score away from tying this up if the PAT is good right here.
Badgers go for the 1-point conversion. It is up, and it is, wait a minute, flags went down just before the snap, I believe. In for that kick, by the way, for Arkadelphia was Seth Molinari.
Penalty against the Cardinals.
And that's going to be against Arkadelphia, and so they're going to turn around and against Fairview, I should say, and they're going to turn around and go for 2.
With the distance to the goal cut in half, why not go for it right here and ensure that it puts you inside 7 points? If you get this score right here,
Arkadelphia will go for the 2-point.
Looks like we're going to see power formation from the Badgers for the first time this year.
Badgers need this 2-point conversion to keep the possibility alive. Here's a pitch. He's got some room. He will fight for it. Oh, my, he's an inch short. Just short. They tackled him low and then high and kept him out of the end zone. That was a good defensive play on what looked like a promising run by Buckley. Goodness gracious, Arkadelphia fails to convert on the 2-point conversion, so it is a 9-point lead now for Fairview. What a good job of hitting him low. They took his feet and then hit him high and drove him to the ground just before he got to the end zone.
It was a perfect tackle right there, and I believe coming up on the play for the Cardinals was number 93, Jordan McCoy. He was just able to get off his block and pursued Buckley well enough. Buckley's fast, and he got to the outside quickly, but McCoy making a great adjustment, taking a great angle, and making the perfect tackle right before Buckley crossed the goal line.
All right, so let's get ready. 9-point lead, but why wouldn't you onside kick here? Let's see what Arkadelphia decides to do. They got the big play we were looking for, and by the way, I think they were fully ready to make that extra point moments ago, but after you have that penalty against Fairview, of course you go for 2. Just almost got there, but Fairview made a good defensive play to prevent it. Fairview is ready for an onside kick. They'll bring the hands team up. Get prepared. Badgers are ready. They're going to line up. Here is the onside kick. It's going to be a high one. Ooh, it's caught in the air, and so Fairview has the ball. The attempt that time was to kick it just over that front line and get some Badgers back there around the 40 to recover it, but it was caught in the air. Really good play for Fairview by one of their receivers that they had back there. That was Corey McCoy. He made the play, and Fairview has the ball. Now they just got to hang on to it for 4 minutes, and they're going to get a win. But Arkadelphia scored moments ago when they did not hang on to it. Let's see what Arkadelphia can do to create another turnover. Atkins at quarterback. Badger defense has some momentum right now, but that's a good run. They're going to drag him down, try to separate him from the ball, but the gain will be up to the 49-yard line, pick up a 5. Stayed in bounds, clock's going to run.
And you have to think that the Cardinals are going to try to milk that play clock and game clock as much as possible each time they line up.
49-yard line, its own side of the field for Fairview. They are not in a hurry, eating up some clock here, down to 15 seconds on the play clock, 3:22 left on the game clock. Now they're going to change their tight end to the other side. Plenty of blockers in. Looks like they want to run right at the Badgers. They'll hand it to Haywood. He is so fast. He'll make good yardage. First down across to the 35-yard line of Arkadelphia. He overcame the cramps they had in both legs. He was fast on that play.
He's got such excellent field vision, and combine that with his stellar speed, that makes for a tough man to stop, and Haygood has indeed been a tough man to stop here tonight for the Badgers. He's made some big plays, and that's a big first down right there for the Cardinals, as it gives them a fresh set of downs and an opportunity to milk even more clock, perhaps even set up for a last-minute score here if they would like to on the ground.
From the 35-yard line, first down and 10 for Fairview. Might want to work off a little frustration on that fumble return for a touchdown by Arkadelphia by getting another score. Here's Haywood. Trap up the middle. He's going to get a little bit of yardage up to the 30-yard line.
And one thing I'd like to point out is that tonight Arkadelphia has faced off against one of the more formidable offensive lines in the state, and they faced off against some talented backs and a talented rising quarterback as well. But this is a young squad. 3 of the 4 starting linemen on the interior are sophomores tonight. The only exception is Nykeeson Wimberly, who started as a freshman in the playoffs, is now a junior.
Atkins looks to the sideline. Now he's going to talk to his lineman. They're in a tight formation, lots of blockers, and they are going to hand it to Haywood around the corner. He's got good speed inside the 20, and he'll be dragged out of bounds, but enough for a first down. First down and 10 once again for Fairview. We're down to 1:49 left in the football game. Well, it's the philosophy of the Arkadelphia Badgers that we want to play really fine teams in the non-conference schedule, and so they play teams at a higher classification. Not only a higher classification, but good teams from a higher classification. You could certainly say that about Fairview, and Hot Springs looks very healthy in the way that they're playing this very night.
Playing Valonia right now, and an impressive effort for the Trojans. We'll get you a score update on that one soon.
Yeah, we'll give you a good post-game show here and talk about what the Badgers will be working on to eliminate some mistakes, but also talk about the good things that they did tonight, especially in the first half when they had the lead against the 5A Camden-Fairview Cardinals. And we'll give you some scores from around the state. We've got a timeout on the field, so we're going to take a break. 1:49 left in the football game. It is Fairview 36, Arkadelphia 27. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Contact Agent Jake Knight at Pennington Insurance on Pine Street in Arkadelphia to see how they can help you with your insurance needs. Pennington Insurance has been locally owned and operated in Arkadelphia for 85 years. Jake is a proud Badger alum playing football and baseball at Arkadelphia. Call us today at 870-246-3700 or come see us at 2401 Pine Street to talk about your insurance needs. That's Agent Jake Knight at Pennington Insurance.
After the timeout, we are back to action late in the fourth quarter. Fairview with a 15-point lead, trying to drive on Arkadelphia and score once again. First down and 10 at the Arkadelphia 19-yard line. Here's a snap, and it's a Wildcat formation. This is Lockhart inside the 15 all the way down to the 11-yard line. Clock will continue to run. Fairview gave up a touchdown on a fumble return by Arkadelphia moments ago, and it looks like they want to get that touchdown back and spread this final score out a little bit more. 1:26 left, clock running, and Fairview is taking its time but lining up for the next play on second down and 1. Tight formation. Lots of very large young men lined up on the offensive line for for Fairview against the Arkadelphia line. Wildcat formation. He's running behind his blockers, but Arkadelphia is right there. Very good work. That's going to be a first down, I think. But a really good job by Arkadelphia. Ooh, the spot's going to be just right inside the 10. Oh, gee, are they going to have to measure again? Let's see where they put the football. I see a foot down just inside the 10. I don't think he got there. Back of the football is touching the 10. Oh, no, now they're going to measure. And timeout by Fairview. No, I don't think they're going to measure. That was just a timeout by Fairview. It's going to be third down, and they need another yard or two. Yeah, he measured toward, he motioned toward Fairview, but it doesn't really matter, does it? 47 seconds left in the game. It is 36 for Fairview, and for the Arkadelphia Badgers, 27. We'll be back with more. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Crye-like Pro Elite Realty in Arkadelphia utilizes innovative marketing strategies to attract buyers and sellers. We have built a strong reputation based on integrity, professionalism, and client satisfaction. Schedule a free consultation with one of our experts to discuss your real estate goals and get personalized advice. Crye-like Pro Elite Realty has exclusive listings at the highly anticipated new subdivision, Northridge Estates. Stop by our offices at 203 South 26th Street or call 870-293-1111 for all the latest details.
Third down, less than a yard to go. Wildcat formation again. Running wide is Lockhart. He is hit in the backfield, but he escapes that tackle. He's going to make a first down and more. All the way to the end zone, a touchdown Fairview, and a beautiful run by Lockhart. Beautiful athletic play to his right, nowhere to go. Tried again, a step to his left, nowhere to go. Circled around that, found an opening, and got all the way to the end zone. Tired Arkadelphia defense, Chase, had something to do with that, trying to chase down Lockhart.
It did, and really that touchdown right there felt like the exclamation point on a strong night for the for the Camden-Fairview offense, as Arkadelphia was out there for such a long time there in that second half. They fought for as long as they could, but Camden-Fairview, a strong running game, they just continued to plow their way down the field, and because of it, they're going to walk away with a bit of a measure of revenge from last year's loss at home. They're going to get revenge with a win on the road here themselves.
Extra point attempt, and it is good. He just got it over the crossbar, so a made one-point conversion for Fairview tonight, and the score is Camden-Fairview 43, Arkadelphia 27, 36 seconds remain. Arkadelphia will see the ball one more time. And the Arkadelphia coaches on the sideline having a lot of conversation. You talk to a young team, even at a time like this, and you want to talk about what we can learn, even in this fourth quarter and then especially in the week ahead before the next game, which, by the way, we remind you is on Thursday night instead of Friday night this coming week. It is at Hot Springs High on a Thursday night. We'll bring that game to you as always. Chase Hartzell has made his way down to the sideline. We'll have a post-game interview with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. We'll also have statistics from Jim Rothwell. And we will have commentary and conversation with Chris Babb. Talk about the games ahead for Arkadelphia in the non-conference schedule, and then the conference schedule to come after that. Arkadelphia, of course, playing at a conference that's a little bit short-handed because a couple of teams went to 8-man football and have not come back from that. But at the same time, Arkadelphia has a 9-game schedule and looking forward to it. Badgers lined up for the kickoff return now. Let's see where the kicker decides to put this one. He's purposefully, I think, kicked it out of bounds a few times. This time right down the middle of the field. It's caught in midair, falling on it at the 39-yard line. Arkadelphia has down now a first down and 10. Chris Babb joins us as we wrap up the action of the game tonight. We'll have the post-game show coming. That is sponsored by Blend Luxury Real Estate and Kerry Garnett, our buddy out in San Diego, former Badger quarterback and state champion quarterback. Chris, a lot of lessons learned tonight. First half, especially a first quarter that was tremendously exciting. Halftime lead for Arkadelphia. They gave it up in the second half. But you always want to learn some lessons in the non-conference. You prepare for the conference season, and they've learned a few lessons the hard way tonight.
You're right, and that's why you play the non-conference games. You like to come out on top, but obviously when you have games like this, you are going to be able to learn from them. Nice play by Jay Purefoy. You know, Jeff, I thought he was down, but he finds a way to stay up and gets the Welch Funeral Home first down.
Yeah, the knee just did not go down, did it? First down for Arkadelphia. I think if they give him the spot that they should, yeah, they are. They're going to spot it at the 48-yard line of Fairview. So that's a first down run after the catch. Good pass also by the young quarterback, Finley. Badgers going to line up Rogers to the top of the screen. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. Smith up there along with Bailey. Back to pass. Finley throws it across the middle. Incomplete, trying to get it to Rogers.
Yeah, just you said it earlier when you were with Chase. You know, the next guy up always, you know, you say be ready, but you never really expect that you're going to have to be ready. And so Maddox Finley got, you know, put into the fire earlier than he thought he might have tonight, but has operated the offense. And, you know, well, just not able to the offense not able to combat against that big defensive front that just really started putting a whole lot of pressure on Arkadelphia in the second half.
Running play for some yardage. Yeah, Finley has withstood a lot of pressure, too, because Fairview has done what you'll often see. Oh, goodness, we've got a little bit of extra action. Things need to calm down a little bit as we are seeing the end of the game. And the two teams are going to be able to separate and be okay here. Time has expired. Final score is Fairview 43, Arkadelphia 27. Fairview gets the win tonight, 43, Arkadelphia 27. And the two teams are going to head their separate ways, which right now is the right thing to do. There were some tempers there on that last tackle. Well, a lot to be learned as time goes by for these two teams, and they're going to learn it fast because Arkadelphia in particular plays on a Thursday night. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the stats from this game. We'll talk about the future, and we'll hear from Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker when we come back with the postgame show sponsored by Blend Luxury Real Estate and our buddy Kerry Garnett. This is Arkadelphia Badgers football.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield in Arkadelphia today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950. Welcome to the Blend Luxury Real Estate post-game show, sponsored by our good friend Kerry Garnett, who is watching the Badgers tonight. We thank Kerry for his support of Arkadelphia Badger football from a couple of time zones away. The Arkadelphia Badgers fall to the Camden-Fairview Cardinals tonight, 43-27, as the Cardinals move to 1-0 on the season. Arkadelphia falls to 0-1. Chris Babb here with Jeff Root. Jim Rothwell working on some statistics over there that will bring that to you. Jeff, you take a look at this game. It changed a lot when Arkadelphia had to go to a different strategy on offense. Then also the defense just got worn down by that big offensive line. There are 3 sophomores starting at defensive line tonight, and that big Camden-Fairview line just really kind of made holes and had its way. I think you nailed it when they lined up in the Wildcat formation. They had 8 men on the line of scrimmage, and you said there are some large young men down there, and that's exactly the case. And they took advantage of that tonight.
It was a really good game plan by Camden-Fairview. They tried to run at Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia fought back time and time again. But by the second half, especially when the offense was unable to move the ball and the defense had to stay on the field for a lengthy period of time, Chris, the size of that offensive line for Fairview really became even more apparent as time went by. Arkadelphia fought valiantly, made a lot of mistakes tonight, and then, of course, you didn't expect for the sophomore quarterback to have to play throughout most of the second half. And he played valiantly, but ultimately this is a good 5A team, and Arkadelphia couldn't stand up to what they could do in the second half.
And it doesn't get any easier. You have a short week when you have to get ready for another 5A South opponent in Hot Springs, which is a much improved team that we saw last year when they came to Arkadelphia. Coach Darrell Burnett has done a great job with that program, had it on a good trajectory. You know, they return a lot of players from last year, and they remember that last second win of Arkadelphia that Arkadelphia had last year, and they're going to want to kind of take advantage of that. Arkadelphia is in a good spot now because you have to see how you handle adversity. You see how do you respond from a loss. After the end of last season, I ultimately thought that was one of the things that probably hurt Arkadelphia in that semifinal game when things were close. You know, you hadn't been in that situation, but now you get to see how do you respond, how do you come back to work on probably Sunday. I don't know what they'll end up doing tomorrow because it is so late, but you have a short week to get ready for a Thursday game against a very tough opponent.
We saw some of that from the defense tonight when they got a defensive touchdown to really give Arkadelphia a chance to get back in the football game in the second half. But ultimately, it was a completely Fairview second half. And so as a result of that, I think you're exactly right. There's going to be a lot of discussion, practice between now and Thursday, and you don't have much time between now and Thursday, so there's a lot to do to get ready for a very good Hot Springs team. We remember, as Arkadelphia fans, for a long time, we remember a lot of Hot Springs teams that were not very good. Those days are not today. Hot Springs has an outstanding team. They were picked by most prognosticators ahead of Fairview in the standings for the 5A, and so it's going to be quite a tussle on Thursday night against Hot Springs. But this playing up in the non-conference schedule ultimately prepares you for anything you face in 4A. That's the philosophy of Arkadelphia's coaches, and it served them well and will serve them well again this year, even in games that are difficult to win. Let's move now to Jim Rothwell, and Jim has a statistical update. Jim, I think we're going to see a good game for Mr. Atkins in his first role as a starting quarterback for Fairview, and Mr. Haygood really came through, especially in the second half.
Well, it's a typical first game. My computer froze up a little while ago, so I've been having to do it by hand. So
That's the only thing that froze.
Yeah. It can stay warm. So, but I've got some totals and just a couple of things. Obviously, Atkins had a great night. Very accurate. He is a good drop and very good drop back passer. Very accurate. Got a good arm. But he also has that ability to stretch out plays. A couple of times we saw him run. He was about 17 out of 23 for 200 and something yards. Rushing, Haygood and Mr. Porsche. Early on, it was Porsche. Then Haygood, that last drive, I think he had 7 carries for about 58 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And when he would go to that Wildcat, it was very difficult to stop him. And also in receiving, you had Lockhart, had 8 catches for 92 yards. A lot of those short passes, he would pick up additional yards on those. And then Haygood had 6 catches for 114. Some big plays from him, some big catches. When you look at Atkins and Porsche and Haygood and Lockhart, we didn't have, at least with McBride, and Reed did not play the second half either. I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah.
He came off limping a little late in the first half and never played, and that put a lot of pressure on Buckley, particularly with the heat. So if you take McBride and Reed out trying to match up athletically with them on offense, you're not going to be able to do that. Arkadelphia had some great athletes, but there weren't 4 of them on the field at the end that could match up those 4. That offensive line for Camden-Fairview was big. They've got some depth too, so they could rotate a few in and out, and that helped with the heat. First game for Arkadelphia, you could see the inconsistency there a little bit. They'd get a drive going and something would happen. Passing, McBride was 5 out of 10, 1 TD, 1 interception, 79 yards. But he did a great job running. He fumbled at the end of 2 of them, but if you count the yardage before the fumble, he had about 121 yards rushing on 11 carries. Unexpected, at least from what we saw at this scrimmage. Purefoy had 3 rushes for 35, Buckley 12 for 38. Got to do better job rushing. I mean, if you didn't have McBride, we would have had less, right at 100 yards maybe between the rushing. So got to pick that up. There's got to be a little more consistency in the rushing game. Too many plays for 1 or 2 yards. You're not getting that 5, 6, and 7 yards. Receiving, Bailey started off great. That 1 catch, big play to start the game, 3 catches for 84 yards. Williams had 2 catches for 13. Purefoy had some plays. Getting the ball in the hands of the playmakers is really the key. And particularly when McBride and Reed out the second half, you didn't have that chance on that. Defense played pretty well to be on the field as much as they were, particularly wearing down against that big offensive line.
Jim, thank you so much for good work, as always, on statistics. We're going to get some ice cubes to put on your computer so things will go better next week. We appreciate you very much. You are in tune to the post-game show sponsored by Blend Luxury Real Estate in San Diego, and our buddy Kerry Garnett out there, former quarterback for Arkadelphia and a state champion quarterback for Arkadelphia. We appreciate him, and
still early for him. It's only 9:14
well, that's
out
true.
there.
It's not early for us though, and we appreciate Kerry and all of our sponsors. One of those is Dairy Queen, and so we have a DQ play of the game that we should talk about, Chris. And there are a lot to choose from. In the first half, there were crazy plays. Arkadelphia had that halftime lead, but Fairview took over with some nice plays in the second half.
Yeah. This game is one of those games that's hard to nail down one play. You could go back to one that ultimately changed the course of Arkadelphia's offense when McBride had to come out of the game. That was a big play. I mean, that was a big play because it changed the course of Arkadelphia's offense the rest of the half. But I think it was that Arkadelphia was able to get it to within 1 score at 36-27 after the scoop and score.
Right.
But I really thought the touchdown that made it 36-21 it was the first time that there was a 2-possession lead for either team And so I would almost have to go with that one because that was the first time there was any separation, and it was after Arkadelphia had to go to its Finley at quarterback.
I think that's a fair choice. I also think the tackle at the goal line to prevent the 2-point conversion, to keep it at a 9-point game. You could also point to that as a play of the game. So we have those two to point to. Fairview making a big offensive play, Fairview making a big defensive play to keep the Badgers at bay in the second half. Players of the game. Let's talk about Arkadelphia. You got players of the game. Everybody played hard, Chris. Not everybody played with success in this game, but players of the game offensively and defensively. And I think we're going to start with the defense tonight.
Yeah, we talked 3 sophomores on that defensive line. Skylar McClure, Whit Alderson, and LaJavis Moody got their first, I told somebody it's kind of baptism by fire against an offensive line as big as Camden-Fairview. The only upperclassman, Nykeeson Wimberly, that will change at some point during the season, but that was a good start for them to have to go. Nick Williams had a couple of good plays. You saw Lamont Jones had a track down of a breakup of a pass early in the game. Heard Caden Brown's name. It's his first game at linebacker after moving from defensive line. Kelburn Middleton had the strip and scoop and score and a couple of other plays. This game is kind of hard to pick one of those players out. You might go with Nick Williams, or you could go Caden Brown at linebacker. That's not I didn't actually just put my foot in the sand right there. I didn't stake a claim on anybody, so you can kind of have whoever you want to be the DQ big player of the game for defense.
Nick also made a good play offensively. Right. He played some offense tonight, but I'm thinking Caden Brown is a good choice for that. Certainly active as a defensive player. A lot of defensive players stood up to that big offensive line valiantly tonight. It was hard to keep them from moving the football with a very good quarterback and good running backs as well, but they really worked hard tonight, and that's a good sign for the future when they begin to play teams in 4A. Right. So I'm excited about what the defense can do. Caden Brown's our defensive player of the game. What about an offensive player of the game?
Offense,